Hello everyone, welcome to our game of the Wild Beyond the Witchlight. This is one of our Patreon Greyhawk campaigns, and we are featuring here a bunch of really awesome Patreons. Thank you to all of our Patreons. Shout out. If you want to see what you can get for being a Patreon, you can check out that link there. Because of them, we can do all of the one-shots, all of the three-shots, the marathons that we run on this channel. All the cool things that we do are possible with their generosity. So if you want to see what you can get for being a Patreon, please check out that link. We also have a YouTube. If you ever want to check out any of the previous episodes of either this one, the other Patreon campaign that we have, or Unbound, or any of the other shows that we do here, you can find them on our YouTube. If you would like to interact with this stream, there are a few ways you can do so. You can redeem channel points, which are the things that you get for just hanging out, chatting, lurking, whatever you like. You accrue them for free over time, and you can use them to grant a blessing, which is a reroll or an advantage die to the player of your choice, including me. Or, if you'd like to add an element of fate to the narrative, every $10 guarantees a draw from the deck of many things to the player of your choice, of which we already have 5. So thank you so much, Godfather Wraith, for this draw to Emma. Please tell me when to stop.
GFW. You can stop. Thank you so much, Tim.
Okay. All right. And next we have 4 cards to zombies.
You get a bonus card.
I get a bonus card. What's this?
Please tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay.
Don't pick that one, zombie.
My final answer is stop.
Okay.
I'd like to solve the puzzle. Stop.
Okay.
I believe
wants to be on a game
retail
show.
price of that item is stop.
Okay. Excellent.
I completely stole that from the other game.
It's
How many
perfect.
game shows
I
do you
thought that
want
was
to be
the
on?
funniest. I thought that was the funniest thing that he used game show answers as stops, so I just went with it. So
Yes.
I apologize for stealing it, but it was great.
Listen, there are geniuses out there. All right, we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. Please tell us who you are and reintroduce your character for us. We're going to start off with Vertigo Cross.
Hello, I'm Vertigo. I'm a Twitch streamer who likes to play whatever game I find whenever I have the chance, either by myself or with various friends. For this show, I am playing as Lavelli. I'm ex-pirate monk who just wants to help people out and punch enemies in the face.
Excellent. Thank you, thank you. Next, we've got Zombie.
Hello, I am Jacob. I am Zombie. I am Z. I am whatever of those 3 names you like to call me. I am the lore keeper, clip master. I probably do too many clips, but that's up to your own discretion. Today, I am playing Chester Cunningham, who is a Feywild sort of magic hand, who was sort of a circus hand, knew his way around the circus, and last time was somehow become the monarch, and big huge celebration for him, hooray. Which he was really happy with, considering he went from them not knowing who he was to now they know exactly who he is, so hooray. And yeah, he's just been going around, and now we're in this portal of the unknown.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Next, we have B Street Holmes.
Hi guys, I am B Street Holmes. You guys can find me either hanging out in Stella's Discord, or on Monday nights I do a nerd army briefing. We do nerdy news, video games, TV and movie, comic books, science and technology. That is 10 p.m. Eastern. I play Kalik. Kalik is a young elf out to earn glory, fame, and riches, just like his parents before him.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Next, we have Emma.
Hi, I'm Emmer. You may or may not notice that I'm in a different setup than I usually am. I am currently in Canada visiting my partner, Matihi, and it's real exciting and fun, and I'm happy to get to play still. But I am Emma, also known as Emma Panada. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Emma Panada. On my Twitch, we run various TTRPGs, and Twitter, I shitpost. And I'll also start tweeting about a system that I'm making called All the Witches, and some potential job opportunities for people helping to develop that. So keep an eye out there. And let's see, I'm playing Arathis, who is a simple silk farmer tiefling, just trying to get back home to his family.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And next, we have Maddie Matihi.
Hello, I'm Matihi, aka Peppa, aka Piper. There's lots of things. You can find me on both Instagram and Twitter at Maddie Matihi, and of course on Twitch occasionally here at Matihi. I'm mostly over on Emma Fanata's channel, DMing Curse of Strahd on Tuesdays. We'll be starting back up next Tuesday just because Emma's here. So, and also every other Friday I play Kondo, who is an airbender in our Avatar Legends game. And tonight I am playing Ricaria, who is a tiefling druid. Circle of the Shepherd, and with my best friend Sir Lancelot, and also all my other best friends, including Kalik and everybody else. Yay!
It's going to be a tough session for Ricaria. There's a much less options for her to flirt with.
We don't know
So
that
you
yet.
think you're not my type, Lavelli?
Haha. So just as a quick recap of where we are. So we were last found in the carnival, the Witchlight Carnival, and from there we entered a portal. Through the portal, we were given some clues from Mr. Witch and Mr. Light as to where we are going and what we should expect. And stepping through this portal, you have found yourselves in a realm unlike the one you had been previously. You are no longer in the carnival, but you are here in Hither. So the party finds themselves up on a causeway that is about 100 feet up above the ground. You stand on the edge of a raised and broken causeway under a hazy twilight sky. The causeway, which is built from pale stones that glow faintly from within, tower over the surrounding landscape. The large sections have crumbled away. The parts that remain in place are separated by large gaps where portions have collapsed. A fog-shrouded swamp spreads out below you in all directions, and up from the murk wafts the smell of rotting plants. Also rising from the swamp is the music of nature, a discordant symphony of croaking frogs and singing birds. We find our heroes gathered together around a small fire that they have built, and they have found some rest. Some a little more restful than others. So Kalik, you have had a very distressing nightmare. You startle awake and you find that you are in this murky, foggy realm. You see this strange wall of mist and thick fog behind you, the direction which you had come from. You had stepped out of that to get here. And you see that it kind of borders the realm in a distance. And I believe one of you had found the balloon. You had seen the balloon. You had
I believe
seen...
that was Ricaria.
Yes. So you had seen this hot air balloon just twirling, just completely out of control, and had gone more or less due east. But you have rested since then. That was about 8 hours ago. So the rest of you wake without much disturbance. Kalik, how do you respond to this terrible dream that you've had?
So, as an elf, I think Caleb only has to do 4 hours of a trance rather than sleeping a full 8 hours. So he probably would have taken like the last stretch of watch. And so like everyone else is waking up, and like despite having gotten all the sleep he needs, he looks like he didn't get a night's sleep. He's clearly like haunted by what's been going on. Good morning.
As Ricaria wakes up, they didn't have the easiest time getting to sleep, especially without the small kind of stitched nightcap that she'd gotten many, many years ago from her mother, no longer being with her anymore. She kind of sits up and there's some bags underneath her eyes, like kind of purpling there. She gets up and stretches and looks over to Kalik and says, "Hey, morning. How are you?" Oh, you're muted.
I've definitely been better. Bring me your ticket.
Okay, which one? The one that I have completely stamped or the one that has partial stamping?
Whichever one has your name.
Okay.
She'll kind of get up and saunter over, handing over the ticket to Kalik.
When she hands it over, he tosses it into their campfire.
Oh.
He's already cast his in hours ago. No names in the Feywild.
Yes. My dad told me about Fey things.
I think Arathis sits up, having just woken up and seeing the fire blaze to life a little bit more. He rubs his eye. What do you mean, no names in the Feywild?
It's... The Fey are potent with names. Name magic is incredibly powerful here. It's best if as few creatures on this side know us by our real names if possible. You said you received a ticket as well?
Yeah, I did. And he kind of like reaches into his bag and like pulls it out and kind of takes a look at it. Yeah, I guess it has my name on it.
Give it here.
I'll pass it over.
And same thing, just toss it right into the flames.
I mean, if names are dangerous, like you say, my kids and their friends, they used to have nicknames for each other. They used to like to pretend to be like spies and things, and they would make up names for themselves. Should we have something similar?
We already got names. I don't know about you. Kalik will point over to Ricaria. Cotton candy. Points to Chester's still sleeping form. Dimple. Panache. And then points over to Lavelli. Jellybean starfish.
Lavelli lets out a big yawn and stretches. And she stands up, tilts her head, looks at Kalik, and says, "Yeah, we're not going to be using that name."
Why not? Jellyfish, starfish?
Jelly bean, starfish, actually.
Jellybean, sorry.
Come on, jelly bean.
They're complicated names. I'm trying to get
there's
it.
a good enough reason, but outside of that, they should probably be something we'll actually respond to.
If you'd like to pick something else, you're welcome. Just not your name, and I would recommend not someone you care about.
Well, then you can call me by what I was known on the ship. You can call me Scarlet.
That's a good name. I like that.
Okay, yeah.
Lavelli, tell me when to stop. I don't know who got this card. I think it was V.
Yeah, I gave it to myself.
Okay, yes. Okay. Very nice. I hope you get a good one.
Yeah, I wanted to be responsible for my own suffering, so
see.
stop.
Okay.
I love that.
I'm sure it's a good one.
Nope.
Close
I
explode.
can't wait.
Well, I mean, I've never really had like a nickname or anything, and I wasn't like given one at the carnival.
We did have a
what should I go
companion with
by?
us earlier. who received a name. If in their honor you'd like to be Brightmite.
Yeah, that sounds. Yeah, call me Brightmite.
I think at this point, Chester will sort of wake up, and he'll kind of see that everyone's sort of gathered by the fire, and he'll kind of go by the fire, and he feels a little bit more rested. He feels a little bit more kind of awake. He kind of looks around, pulls something out of his pocket, gives it a look over, looks around, and he looks over to Ricaria and goes, do you know where we are on this map?
Oh, hold on. Let me.
And like get really close to look at the map and like trace her finger along and be like,
We are.
I would
then, like,
assume it's one of the parts with the giant bridge on it.
and then
There's
she'll
no
like
bridge on here.
she'll take down the map to like look in Chester's face and be like,
We're not there.
Chester.
Oh,
So as you pull this map out, something falls out of your bag and into the fire.
oh,
It is a magic item. You have drawn the Talons card.
okay.
Immediately destroy one of your magic items, please.
I gotta look and see what magic items I have.
Man, I wonder which of us gave Chester that card.
I wonder who.
So rude, really.
Nothing. You never give anyone good things.
Hey, I gave myself something.
Yeah, obviously the card he gave himself is really good.
So as you kind of bring the map down, Ricaria, you get this strange feeling. You felt this the moment that you had entered into Hither, this realm here in Prismere, but you feel it again. Both you and Araphis look at each other, and for some inexplicable reason, you know you are feeling the exact same thing at this moment, and it is that you lost something, and it's here in Hither. You know you're going to be able to find it here. It's just a matter of where is it.
she looks up and over to Araphis.
Do you feel that?
I feel hopeful. But I'm not really sure what about.
So I don't know. We all lost something, and maybe your family is what's here as well. Okay, so we got this like from these horses, the carousel horses. We got like this. They told us something. They said it to me. I'm looking for, I think, Scabatha Nightshade in a dead, hollowed out tree in the Sylvan Forest. I seek a dollhouse and can't remember the first creature.
All of a sudden, Ricaria, this feeling goes away and you realize that you're totally fine, and it was actually Lavelli and Araphis that have this weird feeling.
Oh, never mind.
Because I can't fucking read. Sorry.
You hear Rick like
so
just
sorry.
like stop for a moment, and then she burps. And it's like,
Oh, sorry, I just had gas.
I'm so sorry.
right.
I'm so sorry.
it's fine. We played it off. It's good.
Yeah. So Lavelli
Well-
and Araphis, you get this feeling. You lost something. It's here.
I mean, I do feel some type of way here. I don't know. Maybe it's just a weird feeling.
Lavelli will glance out over the horizon past the bridge, just sort of scanning around. It does feel like there is something.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to dawdle or anything, but we did see that balloon crashing earlier. Maybe
Yeah, to the east.
maybe that's something we should go look at, make sure everyone's all right.
I mean, they're probably dead by now. We can go check.
I
I also
hope
might need
not.
help.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So the group of you kind of look over the edge of this highway. This highway is about 20 feet wide, and you see that it falls about 100 feet. You see that there are sections supporting it that have these large shelf-like mushrooms growing on the side. You see that you could perhaps climb down if you wanted to. Perhaps you could jump down, but you see that there is a thick, curdling fog that obscures the bottom. So you would do so at a risk.
Any ideas on how to get down?
I have some rope. I don't know if it would be long enough to get us all the way down.
I mean,
I don't think jumping's a good idea, Regaria.
we've got a couple of safer ideas.
We have one person who can fly, and I believe you said you are a featherfall, Chester. I could make a decent attempt of it if we had to.
I mean, I fell really farther high than this and used it, so it should be fine.
I have a question really quick for you, Chester, because you'd know.
Yes.
Because it's your spell, right? So if you cast Featherfall on yourself, could someone like sit on your shoulders and then you both fall slowly?
DM?
Wow. Hold on.
I want to say
thing.
I want to say yes for fun, but
I'll be honest. I think the spell only specifies a maximum rate of falling and nothing else. So arguably, that is how fast you fall, no matter how much weight you're carrying. But that seems
you choose up to 5 falling creatures within range.
So if I touch it, so like if I touch it on myself, someone lands on me and they're touching me, does that mean I can willingly then touch them and then as we're both falling?
So here you go. This is what it says. Choose up to 5 falling creatures within range. A falling creature's rate of descent slows to 60 feet per round until the spell ends. It lasts for a minute. So that means there's 6 rounds. So yeah, no problem going down 100 feet. If the creature... Yep.
Sorry. I was going to say that I'm pretty sure that considers it like a natural descent. Like you're stopping gravity, not so much as outward momentum. So if like... say Lavelli flew into you while you're feather falling, you're going to be moving at Lavelli speed.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Is that a yes?
So yes, you can because it says up to 5. So I would say
yes.
So I would say that like if there were 5 plus one other person, it would not work on the other person. Yeah.
Yes, in theory. I have to. It can't be any more than 5 people though.
Okay, so should we like stack up together? And then jump?
I'll fly down ahead and make sure it's safe.
Okay.
I don't know that I want to jump off that. That's pretty far.
And I'll catch anyone who messes up.
Oh, okay.
Really quick before we leave the site, our last 2 tickets, Lavelli, Chester, the tickets with your names on them, if you would.
What do you need my ticket for?
No names should be spoken here in the Faded Lands.
Well then, what do I call you?
Nash.
We had been discussing using the names that we were given at the carnival. Nash, Dimple, Candy.
Call me Candy.
Candy?
We'll call you Candy. Sorry, my brain, like, the accent is messing with my head. Because in England they call it candy floss, and I almost called you candy floss, and I was like, that's the right thing, but the wrong word.
In Australia, they call it fairy floss. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Do you surrender your tickets?
Chester will kind of think about it for a moment, and yeah, I suppose, and then he'll hand over the ticket.
Lavelli will glance back behind them and then look over at Gaelic and say, I don't think I will.
You do have another one, don't you?
Well, for all we know, this ticket could be our only way back.
Well, I have.
Don't we have all extra tickets without a name on it?
Yeah.
No, I believe Lavelli is suggesting that the specific tickets with our names are the way back, not just tickets in general.
Oh. Oh, crap.
So, if it's all the same to you, I will be taking the risk that we hold on to one of them.
I'm concerned about that, but if you're willing to take the risk, then we shall simply have to be careful with it.
I mean, Lavelli could fly away if things get into danger. I mean...
Yeah, she can. Just hide it under one of your feathers.
So then, he'll look at everybody. So, all of you are going to use the names that we all were given.
Well, I wasn't given a name, so...
Oh, that's right. So what am I calling you then?
Bright Might was the name.
Yeah, right.
Oh!
Lavelli just puts a hand to her head. What if we just went with colors?
I like candy though. Candy's a color, right?
This is gonna get us killed.
No.
This is gonna get us killed? Of all the things that we've done, this is gonna get us killed?
Do you know how important communication is in a fight?
I would certainly hope that we wouldn't need to use names specifically in that moment.
Okay, what we do in order to enhance communication, okay? We start, if we're speaking to a certain person, we start the sentence with their name and end the sentence with their name. It's going to be horribly awkward, but it'll get us used to it.
I know some, good games for remembering people's names. I used to help in my kids' school from time to time, and we would pass the ball around, and you have to say the person's name, and then they have to tell a truth about themselves, and you just you keep doing that until you feel like you got everybody's name down.
That sounds fun. Do we have a ball?
Well,
we do have a ball. And Caleb looks at Lavelli.
Lavelli looks back.
Only answering the question.
I don't think that would be the best choice for a ball.
Yeah, maybe not.
I will not be letting this leave my possession.
Oh, I've got this gemstone we could maybe use.
Okay.
Sure.
Let's
go to jail.
Just pulls out a
exactly
10,000 gold gemstone of let's play some memory games with this priceless artifact.
He doesn't know how much it is.
10 out of 10.
Caleb's eyes are like the size of dinner plates.
Watch, Scarlet, and I do an underhand toss of the gemstone to you.
So,
Oh
we
no.
see.
Oh.
Hold on, I gotta change music for this.
Oh no.
If he catches, or if she catches it, and then you're like, you got ruined, and you lose the gemstone. Be cruel.
What have you done, Emma?
Okay, Arifis. So, you've proposed this game, a little memory game to help everyone kind of situate their identities here. And you say Scarlet, and you throw it towards Scarlet. As you do, we see the screen fade to black. And as it fades to black, we are taken to another place for a brief moment. Arifis, I want you to pick somebody from your life.
I mean,
That's got to be the
obviously-
scariest statement.
obviously, my wife, Kala.
All right. Where would Kala be right now?
I mean, since I'm not back home, she might be tending to the farm, taking care of the worms, making sure they're just getting what they need to produce the silk and all that.
It's a brand new day over the farm. Kala is up bright and early just to get a good head start. And we see the camera panning over Kala as they are hard at work here. What does Kala look like?
Kala is probably about 34. She's got kind of like shorter brown hair and dark eyes, tanned skin. She's wearing like a simple like green dress while she's moving between like the various rooms and kind of like this greenhouse sort of building, kind of making sure the environment and everything is good for the silkworms.
As she's working, she hears a sound, the sound of twigs cracking in the background. She turns to look. There's no one there. And then all of a sudden, there's a crack of thunder overhead. As they look up, they see that the heavens are starting to get kind of dark. And before they can really call out or even respond, we see two large shadows emerge from behind, towering over her. And she turns to look at these silvery automatons. Two of them bear down on her and the screen fades to black. And all we hear is a scream carrying over the silkworm farm. You have drawn the Donjon card. Something terrible has happened to Kala.
Oh no, what did I do to make Don John mad?
TBD. So
Hey, that wasn't me.
you as you kind of pass over this gem, you just get this like strange feeling. The hairs on your arms and the back of your neck kind of rise a little. You feel like somewhere something wrong and terrible has happened, but you don't know the details. And Lavelli, do you catch the gem?
Yes?
Yes, you catch it.
All right. So I got your name right, and now you're supposed to tell us something about yourself.
She blinks a bit, and that will help you remember my name.
Well, it's like a bonding exercise. Yeah.
She passes the gem back and forth between her hands. Well, I spent a few years in a monastery.
Oh, that's really cool. And that you don't have to explain anything further than that or anything. If you don't want to, you can just like say someone else's name and toss the gem to them, and we'll keep doing that until we get comfortable with each other's names.
She stares down at the gem for a moment, and then looks over at Chester. Says, "Here you are, Dimple," and just baseball tosses it towards him.
And then, thank you, Starfish.
No,
Chester doesn't know he was sleeping.
I know.
I just called her name. We're doing Scarlet.
Yeah.
Oh, Scarlet. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was not paying attention. I apologize. I'm sorry, Scarlet.
Now that since you got their name wrong, you have to tell us two truths.
Oh. Okay, fine, that's fair, I suppose. Well, for those who don't know, I don't remember if I had told this to the entire group or just some of you. When I was a circus hand for the circus, and I would do performances instead of just helping out with tickets and whatever. When I do performances, I would do sort of a performance as like the purple dragon, and I would take my hands and I guess he could probably just do a quick demonstration, and he'll speak something like the fire burns within in Draconic, and hold his hands out and just blow fire through his hands, sort of like a dragon. Do sort of like the purple like dragon thing.
Okay. So as you do that, roll me a performance check and also tell me when to stop. Adam, thank you so much for the card to zombie.
Yeah, we need
thank you,
to.
Dad.
Chester needs more cards.
Yes,
He doesn't
I
get
need. This is
spotlight
my
enough.
5th card now. Thank you. Could you please stop for me?
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
Can I use my advantage?
Yes. Go ahead and use your reroll. Roll again.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I'll do that then.
And you do have one nat 20.
Bella has 5.
Huh. You know what? No, I've already said I'm going to use my thing, but I'll remember that for next time.
Okay.
Whoo.
Oh.
23. Very good.
Nice.
All right. Yeah. So you put on this dazzling display, and as all of you perceive Dimple masterfully executing this performance, Chester, you feel a surge of confidence. You have drawn the star card. You can immediately increase one of your ability scores by 1.
Ooh.
So how does everyone react to this dazzling array of fire?
I perceive him.
This is my first time seeing it, so I think Arathis like steps back a little and like actually claps. Wow, that was how do you all see that? The scene that was real amazing.
Doesn't show us his axe for some reason.
We've been really busy. That was fantastic, Chester. Or not Chester. Dimple.
We're gonna
That's
die.
simple.
It's gonna
Yes, we
take
are.
time.
I'm sorry.
We're really gonna
It
die.
takes some work.
No, this is why we're playing the game, so we get used to it. So Dimple, you have to say one more thing.
I know. I'm trying to think what I want to say, but you know what? I guess may as well throw all my cards out on the table. So that was my magic act. So as a kid, I always had, believe it or not, been interested in magic. Wanted to do magic, and when I came to the circus, 12 years was it? 11, 12, whatever I said at that time. It's hazy in my head. I had 3 supporters. I had my best friend George, and I had my mother and my father. And I was really hoping to bring them with me to see this and to watch me perform. And when I was given the monarch, and I was like, be given all this praise, and all of you came and congratulated me, there was a little bit of a part of me that really, really, really wished that they were there for that. But hopefully one of us will survive to tell the tale. But that's my truth. And he will go ahead and take the gem and hand it over to Ricaria.
What name
gotta,
do you say?
And you
You
need
gotta
to say
say
a
your
name.
name.
Oh fuck.
What's my
I hate this
name?
2 name thing. This is
Dimple?
gonna screw. Dimple. Candy. That's right, Candy.
Ah, there you go.
There you go.
Candy.
Now-
I'm sorry.
Candy, you did get his name wrong earlier.
I did.
So
I did.
we'll go ahead and do the same thing. You gotta give us
Oh, I do too. Okay. Well, I guess through my whole life, because my dad, we basically kind of grew up on it's like a little homestead, little manor. I don't want to say where I live because we're here, so it might be kind of dangerous. But being there, my dad used to grow these various flowers and stuff that we used to use in various poultices, and different medicinal herbs and such. But there's one, he told me never to touch it, and I know why now. But it's probably my favorite flower. It's the Oleander Flower. It's really pretty. Don't touch it though, because it's really bad for you. And it's potential to kill people, but it's really pretty.
These things are sometimes really dangerous.
Yeah. I guess my second one. I'm mildly allergic to silver, but it's mostly like a skin allergy. I get hives and stuff, which is why I wear a lot of gold. Found that out when I was 12. It wasn't very fun. I was itchy all day. It's awful.
Oh wow.
Yeah, don't like it.
Okay,
No
well we'll make sure we avoid silver then.
Okay, sounds good. All right, panache, catch. And throws it over to Kalik.
Just beams him in the head.
Yeah, I have an older brother, obviously not going to say his name here, but he's 10 years older than me, and when I was quite little, he was like my hero. And then when I got older and our parents started to train the two of us together for being adventurers, he and I would always spar and practice with each other, and he left for his own adventures about 10 years ago when he came of age, and I miss him very much. I was going to toss it to Araphis, and I think we said we're still going with Bright Might for you, so he'll say Bright Might.
Araphis, as you grab the gem, please tell me when to stop. Thank you, Adam, for the card.
Stop.
Okay.
You've drawn the John Donne card.
All right. Okay, what do you...
Did we draw all the bad cards and then give Chester stars?
Nope. There's still a lot of cards. Yeah, okay. Catch it.
Okay, I catch it.
Catch it.
And I kind of toss it a little in the air and catch it again. Yeah. I haven't had incredible laugh or anything, but when I was going through the carnival, there's that little the mirror building where you could see yourself at different ages, and when I looked at myself in the first mirror, I was around the age when I first met my wife, and I remember I'm not the most outgoing or confident of people, but I remember back then I saw her talking to this other boy around our age, and I didn't understand, but I was I felt jealous, and I wanted to talk to her, but I couldn't work up the courage to go and do it. But then they started playing a game, and they needed another person, and she saw me, and she ran over and grabbed my hand and brought me over, and I don't know, that's just it's a happy memory I have, and that's all I got, I think.
That's really sweet. We should continue playing this, but we really should get down from here and go to that balloon.
I half expected Stella to just be like, that's a nice memory. It's a shame you drew The
And
card
you
that
forgot
gets rid of
it.
it.
You're
Got
not
it.
forgetting
Oh,
that.
I was waiting.
I was
I was
about to
waiting.
make that joke, honestly, but I was like, let me not be an asshole.
Yeah, that's my job.
That's my job.
Well,
What are best friends
Real-
for?
real quick,
Mm.
Dimple, say everybody's name.
Oh
Dimple,
damn it!
go.
What? Oh damn it!
Put Dimple
Let's
on the spotlight like that.
Candy.
Yeah.
Okay, out of character, right, above game. Let's go ahead and
Damn it.
add our third names. God, we have so many names on the screen right now. Just
Yeah.
just for the sake of everyone, please add your third name to your Zoom. Because Chester might remember, Zombie might not.
Yes, very much so. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. There are so many names on the screen right now.
There's also
names,
it's in the chat.
I was trying to like zoom through the chat real quick.
Yeah.
I was like,
8:24 is when it was posted.
All right,
It
so
won't let me put pronouns.
Yeah, we've got Candy,
It's fine.
same
Dimple,
pronouns.
Bright Light, Scarlet, and Buttface.
Who's put face?
so
Mad.
So Chester reads off all the names, and you all look over the edge of this highway here. You see that it is about 100 feet down.
Okay, so Chess, Dimple, okay, Dimple. So what we're gonna
Oh.
do, right? We were talking about the whole shoulder thing, right? Okay,
Yes,
so
yes.
And like Ricaria goes to the edge of this of the like gets up on top of the like edge, the ledge there, and kind of crouches down. It's like,
all right, you hop on my shoulders, and then someone else hops on top of your shoulders, and someone else hops on top of their shoulders, and then we're all gonna jump together. I'm pretty sure I can hold all of you. I'm really strong.
Can we back up just a sec?
oh, just turns around, still standing at the ledge.
I think we need to be within range of the spell, and the spell is not touch range.
So
Yes.
we don't touch.
Lavelli,
It's not required at all.
Lavelli
Oh.
goes over and sits on the ledge with her back towards the edge and looks upwards at Ricaria and just says,
Hi.
"You could all just hold hands as you go over."
True. I think we could do that. I like that a lot better.
We don't want you all getting separated after all.
No. No.
Hold my hand.
And then with that, Lavelli just leans backwards and goes over the edge back first.
Okay. Everyone else,
Right.
so Chester, you cast Featherfall on everybody else?
Yes.
Okay, so you all hold hands, and as you kind of jump off at the same time, this strange gust kind of just whips through, and Chester, you are ripped away from everyone else.
Oh my god.
You have drawn the void card. So we have
Oh
Kalek,
my god.
Kalek, Arathis, and Ricaria. You're all holding hands and you're kind of going down together at the same time. You see Chester kind of gets ripped away from you, but is also descending like at the same speed, just kind of at an angle. So they're kind of like drifting further and further away from you, and you see Chester disappear into the fog. Lavelli, you see all of this happening. No, you go down first.
Yeah.
Because you're falling a lot faster than they are. You can see that Chester kind of starts to pivot further and further away.
Damn it!
Oh,
damn it.
god damn it.
My hands were too
supposed to hold
sweaty.
his hand.
My hands are so
Andy?
sweaty.
Uh,
That was me. I'm so sorry.
so the others are still falling at the slower speed, correct?
Yes.
They're not going to go splat?
No, well, you know Chester's not going to go splat either.
Alright, so since they're all together, Lavelli's going to fly in the general direction Chester
Okay.
was aiming at.
All right, cool. You can't find Chester.
Ugh.
The fog is too thick to perceive through.
Quick, make us perceive you.
But you can hear Rit, Karya, Arathis, and Kalek. You can hear which direction they are right now.
We can find him again once we land.
She just groans and flies back to the others.
Okay, so the camera will cut to Chester. Chester, you're kind of like falling away from everybody, and as you do, you very slowly begin to drift down, and sticky mud squelches beneath your feet. As you kind of land in the mud here, you look around and roll me a perception check.
God damn it, Buttspot.
13. All right, with a 13 perception, you're kind of looking around. The fog is very, very thick. It's really hard to perceive which way your friends have gone, but you do notice a disturbance that kind of pushes some of this this obscuring light away from you. And you see this dark, looming figure, probably about like 15 feet tall, kind of hovering nearby. And with a 13 perception, you realize it is a giant crane. You see this enormous swamp bird, easily the size of 2 horses stacked on top of each other. You can see that it hasn't noticed you quite yet. And you see that as it kind of unfurls its wings, it pushes some of the mist around and it slowly brings its massive wings back down. What do you want to do?
Chester will probably see this and he'll sort of like, I think, cower a little bit at first and then sort of remember like, no, I think I can protect myself. I think I could do this. And then he'll I guess he'll sort of like kind of look or kind of watch it and then maybe try to like maybe move past it.
Okay. So as you watch it, you see that it has more or less perched itself where it is. It folds one of its legs underneath itself, so it's like standing on one leg. You can tell that it is resting here. It is not going to move. Did you want to move away from it quietly? Did you want to try to scare it? What is your tactic here?
He's gonna try and do quiet.
All right, roll me a stealth check.
This is how everybody
You do have
dies.
one nat 20 left.
I have one nat 20 left?
Yes.
Oh. Do I have another reroll? Did I get 2 or did I get 1? Okay, we'll just say I don't. I mean, I really want to use that 20 for something else, but
You don't have to use the nat 20. I'm just saying you have it.
Look, you know, you fail the stealth roll now, and then right before you die, you're like, oh, now...
Yeah.
All right, so you rolled a 9. Okay.
I rolled a 9.
You try to be stealthy here, but the mud just sucks at your boots, and it actually clings so hard that you fall over and you fall face first into the mud. And as you do, you hear this loud squelching noise and mud goes flying everywhere. And you hear a rah, rah, as the giant crane suddenly takes off in a panicked frenzy. You had drawn the comet card, but unfortunately, you do not get the benefits of it this time.
Damn.
Called it.
Damn.
Okay, so we cut over to where everybody else is. Roll me perception checks, everybody.
I
would love to roll a perception check for you.
Anyone want to use an advantage?
One of my, I use mine. I do have advantage.
I was very concerned for a moment there because Emma's roll just showed up as blank.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask. Did it show
lagged.
blank for anybody else?
Okay, so we have Araphis with a 4, Candy with a 16, Kalik with a 10, and Lavelli with a 21. Lavelli, you hear the squawk. It is coming from the east.
All right.
You hear the sound of a panicked animal and a flurry of wings as it flees away.
So Lavelli is just gonna. Have the others landed yet, or are they still slow falling?
Yeah, you all land together.
All right, so she's gonna look at the others and just say, "I think Dimple has startled the local wildlife. Coming from the east."
Oh God, I hope it didn't hurt them.
Which them?
The bird. I hope the bird's okay. Also, I hope Dimple's okay, but also the bird.
And Candy hikes up her skirt and starts walking through the mud.
All right, well, try to catch up. And Lavelli's just gonna zoom off in the direction of the sound.
There.
All right.
All right, let's go get Dimple.
Yeah, so as the group of you move, sticky mud squelches beneath your feet. Tangled mangroves grow out of pools of rippling water, half hidden by the thick fog, and purple mushrooms cling to rotting logs and stumps scattered throughout the marsh here. Crickets that glow like fireflies chirp serenely before they're snatched out of the air by the tongues of hungry frogs. As you are reunited with Chester, you find Chester is face first in the mud.
Oh, Chester. Dimple.
Is
Lavelli
Dimple
just
alive?
lands next to him and just pats his back. It's okay.
Help the
Scarlet,
boy out.
is he alive?
Do I hear any sounds coming from Dimple? Yeah, he's fine.
All right. Can you get Dimple up?
She'll just grab like the back of his coat and lift him up with like a wet squelching sound from the mud.
Roll me an athletics check.
Oh, damn it! I should have taken that other stance. This could have been acrobatics.
12, okay. You struggled for a sec. It looks like you're about to fall, but you managed to pull Chester up, no problem.
Yeah. He's role playing as a mud golem.
Yes, apparently. Thank you.
You okay there, Dimple?
Is the bird still here?
No,
Is
it's
the bird
gone.
okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
We heard a screech.
There was a giant bird, and I tried to sneak away from it, and it's very muddy.
Dimple, was the bird okay though?
Yeah.
Candy and Scarlet are very worried.
The bird
I
seemed
was
fine. It
worried
was-
about Dimple.
Well, thank you. No, the bird, I don't know. It was just perched up there. I fell down. All I heard it was like a wah and fly away.
But
So
you
I didn't
didn't
see it.
you didn't hurt it at all, right, Dimple?
No, I just tripped in mud.
All right,
Oh.
Dimple, that's good to hear.
Okay, yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
Also, glad that you're okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now that we've all landed and we're alive, maybe we should continue towards that balloon.
Good idea.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Hmm.
What's up, Kayla?
Does anybody know what direction it was?
East. And points north.
As you're kind of like gathering Chester up here and you're kind of trying to situate yourself and discern which way you need to go, all of a sudden you hear the sound of a drum.
Bum, 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 bum.
You hear voices getting closer and closer. Hear a number of voices singing together. With sticks and stones, we'll break your nose, we'll beat you blind and steal your clothes, but none among us can compare to one wily, swift, stand-up hare. Scarf that's glorious, thief notorious, his deeds are truly meritorious. With a wink and grin, he'll show his cunning. A flash of his scarf, he'll take off running, quick as the bolt, his long scarf trailing. Grasping, gasping, you'll end up flailing. You'll pout, you'll moan, you'll huff, you'll sneer. Thanks to Agdon Long Scarf, Brigand Prince of Prismere. And all of a sudden,
Great work.
thanks.
I clap.
Wait, are y'all actually clapping?
Not in
Yeah.
character.
Arap- Arapis
Out of
does.
character, yay.
Arapis does.
Okay.
I'll join in.
Lavelli just like crosses her arms and nods her head like impressive.
As the fog begins to slowly draw away, you see that there are 4 weapons drawn and pointed directly at you. All
How
of,
close are they?
hold on. There's a map.
Like, did we just walk directly up to these people and almost walk into their swords?
I think they walked up to us.
Yeah, you can tell that they walked up to you.
Okay.
Hold on. Gotta rearrange a few things.
See, they know how to hype somebody.
Yeah.
Who? You say that like we're supposed to be hyping someone.
I'm not a
No,
bard.
more of just like, that's a thing we need to look into when we've
Why?
started to
Singing?
make a name for ourselves.
What value does that have?
Gives us better jobs.
All right.
Panasha, I think we got some other things to worry about right now.
You see that there are 4 brigands that have their weapons drawn, and they begin to slowly emerge out of the fog surrounding you. You see a little further back, there are 2 brigands as well, and they are tending to what looks like a giant snail burdened with a number of saddlebags. You can see that the snail is fighting against the restraints and being very, very arrogant and stubborn, very resistant to their pulling. These brigands are Harangon. They are rabbit people. You see one of them begins to move closer. She lifts up a hand and she straightens out one of her ears. And she gives a wicked little smile to the group of you. She says, "This is a robbery. If you resist, we'll beat you black and blue."
Which color-coded rabbit is saying this?
We'll say that it is the purple one.
I'm sorry. We don't mean to cause a disturbance. We really enjoyed your song. I have a background thing that I'm not sure if it'll affect this encounter or anything.
Okay,
But I just want to make you known to it.
Feywild connection. Your mannerisms and knowledge of Fey customs are recognized by the natives of the Feywild, who see you as one of their own. Because of this, friendly Fey creatures are inclined to come to your aid if you are lost or need help. Okay, it's very clear these are not friendly creatures.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yes, I will keep this in mind. This will help later on, but not in this particular instance.
Okay.
Lavelli just laughs out loud.
Well, I mean, like, what are you wanting to take?
Well, it isn't treasure that I'm interested in. And you see her pull back her cloak, and she reveals, slung underneath her arm, kind of nestled in her armpit, is what looks like a gourd. It has a very peculiar stopper on it that is made of gold. She steps forward and she says, "I'm gonna need each one of you to voluntarily touch the knob and surrender." Don't laugh at that. It's very serious business. You're being robbed right now. Listen. As you touch the stopper, you will have to surrender a memory, a very specific memory.
Yeah, no, not into that. Otherwise, you're being so mean to that snail.
Lavelli is just still laughing.
Hey, tell your friend to shut up. This is a robbery.
Oh,
Yeah.
this brings back great memories.
If I tell Scarlet to shut up, she absolutely will not do so.
Oh, it's been so long since I've been part of a robbery.
Wait, on the giving or receiving end?
That is a weird way to phrase
Yeah,
that.
you see-
I think we're going to have to return to that.
You see this individual here, this brigand is wearing a yellow vest. They kind of like look around like, are we really just going to what's Jebek? You say
Hey.
Jebek. They say this name as they look over to the one wearing a purple flower in their vest. It says, "Jebek, are we going to tolerate this? What's the move here, boss?" Jebek says, "Alright, I'm going to give you one more chance. If you do not surrender the precise memory of receiving the best gift you ever had, that joy, then we're going to have to beat you black and blue."
I mean, that memory in particular is pretty precious to me. I'd prefer not to
Looks like
give it away. Is there anything else we could do for you?
Kaylik's gonna turn to the orange one over here.
Huh?
And like in a way that like the one that seems to be the leader, Jevik, is still like sort of in his view. So if she like moves, he'll spot it.
Mm-hmm.
So that one over there gets a memory from each of us. What's in it for the rest of you?
We are loyal servants to Agdon Longscarf.
You just have to put up with it, I say.
So Lavelli's gonna take over the situation now.
Yeah. Okay, but I have an idea.
She cracks her knuckles and takes a couple of steps forward, still laughing, and just says, I'm going to give you one chance. You see, the most important part of staging a robbery is knowing when you're outmatched. I would like to intimidate them.
Roll me an intimidation
Oh my
check.
god.
I will be using advantage on this.
Okay.
Ricari's like panicking.
Hold on. Chat, Lavelli
Oh.
rolled a 3 and a 1.
Hey, it could be worse. I
Okay.
could have rolled a
You
0.
have some blessings, right?
No one has ever given me a 3.
Darn.
All right.
Would have used it there.
As you say this, the one in green here just starts buckling over laughing. What is she trying to do? Oh my god, this is so funny. Oh, you just see them like losing their mind at how hilarious this is.
Oh, Lavelli.
You now have a blessing. Thank you, Adam.
Do you mind if I try something, maybe, Lavelli?
How do you measure distance in Roll20 again?
So underneath the zoom magnifying thing on the toolbar, yeah. There is a circle with a ruler in it, and then you click on that tool in the toolbar, and then you can drag it. Yeah, there you go.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
Do you mind if I try something?
Ricario, what do you want to do?
No?
And Ricaria like kind of hesitantly like steps forward towards the person that has the gold
Mhm.
cork and says,
You know what? Let me be the first to do this.
here, and she'll start making her way over carefully.
Okay.
I know what she's gonna do.
And as she gets there, Ricaria is going to cast Friends.
Friendship.
Okay.
This is a really bad idea, but towards them.
So let me read this for chat real quick. Friends, for the duration, you have advantage on all charisma checks directed at one creature of your choice that isn't hostile towards you. When the spell ends, the creature realizes that you used magic to influence its mood and then becomes hostile. A creature prone to violence might attack you. Another creature might seek retribution in other ways. So yeah, they are not hostile quite yet, so this absolutely will work. Let me roll a straight spell save. What
Question.
Is the save?
Don't think there's a save on Friends.
This is verbal
Yeah,
and
you're right.
somatic, though. So, like, the other people absolutely see her do this.
Yes. So describe. Okay, yeah, there isn't a check. This is just an advantage to you. So there is still.
It says spell save DC 14 at the bottom.
No, that's just for every.
The
Yeah.
spell
Oh,
card
okay.
for that
That's
doll.
all.
Okay, so
I don't play
these-
mages.
So you can flavor this however you want. It doesn't have to be overt. That's just the way that I allow people to cast their spells and stuff. So you will have to vocally and somatically cast the spell. What does it look like? Your version of Friends.
So, Ricaria, as she comes over, you see that same red energy that kind of surrounds her hands the same time when she casts this upon Kettle Stream. You see that as she kind of extends it towards this person, and you see it flow almost like just this wicked thorn vine and kind of wrap around like their throat for a moment. You kind of see that.
And she says, before I do this, I'd like you to touch the cork, and I want you to forget your and everyone here's name and why you're here.
Okay. So you'll have to still roll me a charisma check here.
Oh yeah. I don't have any advantage.
Jake,
Hey, Maddie, you have a 20.
you do
I'm
have
gonna use
one.
the
You do have
I'm
one nat
using
20.
this.
Jake, thanks so much for the 5 nat 20s to V. What the fuck?
Oh,
There you go, V.
There you go,
unlimited
V.
power.
Unlimited
Trust
power.
me, you're gonna need it. All right.
Oh,
So you're gonna
God.
use your nat 20.
I will use my last nat 20 specifically on this.
Okay.
Friendship.
So as you cast this spell, you see them kind of they shake their head, look down at the cork, and she says, well, that's not how it works. It's got to be the specific memory. The joy that you received in the finest present you were ever given.
Okay, then you touch it and you forget the finest present that you've ever gotten to make it fair.
I don't know if I want to do that.
I know, but fair's fair. Like, we're gonna do it, so why don't you? Haven't you done it before?
You'll see her. You see her hand lift up. She begins to reach for the gourd. And all of a sudden you hear the others go, "Hey, boss, what the fuck are you doing?" "Listen, they've got sorcery on them. Let's beat them black and blue." You see Jebek touch the gourd. And as she does, it begins to glow. And you see her eyes grow wide and she begins to shudder a little before your eyes. And the others begin to descend upon you. Do I
Roll
even
initiative.
have combat?
Oh, that's great.
Take that.
Make sure you click your token before you roll initiative.
Yes.
Mm.
Ah, good. 3.
We're doing real good so far, everybody.
Advantage.
Come on, someone get
Are
one.
you allowed to use a blessing on initiative rolls?
Yes.
I already want to beat them up. They're being mean to the snail.
Yeah,
Wow.
There you
24.
go.
Wow.
Nice job, Panache.
25, bitch.
Wow.
Nice job, Scarlet.
Oh
Yay!
no!
I'm glad y'all rolled high.
What the
Get
fuck?
one up to you, nerd.
That
Uh,
is
You know,
wild.
I'm gonna be honest. Well done.
Feywild.
Fair. Well done.
Look, this is Lavelli's element.
All right.
Also, all those points you've been pouring into your deck stat.
Well, yeah, and all the points I put into natural 20s.
So you see them beginning to rush forward as they realize that you've cast some kind of spell on their leader. You see the two in the back here continue to struggle with this creature. First up, we have Lavelli.
Right, well, I'm going to start with one of my new abilities. At the start of my turn, I can activate one of my stances by spending a key.
Okay.
And I'm going to activate my shark stance. So you just see Lavelli sort of like lower down and start swaying, almost like she's swimming.
Mm-hmm.
And she is going to do a dash action to run all the way over here and punch this person in the face.
Okay. Roll me an attack. 14 absolutely hits. 14 is the armor class.
Nice.
Okay.
6 bludgeoning.
6 bludgeoning. You pop them right in the face, and they begin to profusely bleed. They go, "Ah!" And they release the reins of the giant snail here.
That was actually, I rolled the least damage I could there.
Nice.
Nice.
So, for clarification ahead of time, since I did a dash action and not an attack action, I can't follow it up with the backup attack, right?
Yes, because that would be
A different action type, right?
a bonus action.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. While you are in shark stance and you use your step the wind feature or the dash action. Okay. Yes. So dash used up your action. You do have your bonus action, so you can actually use your secondary attack here.
All right, then I will spend another key and do that.
You don't have to spend another key. You just use
Do
your
I not?
bonus action. Yep.
I have not had a chance to use this yet.
And the
Right,
reason
so
why
then-
is because what Shark Stance is doing is allowing you to add an attack to the end of your movement. So that has used
Okay.
up your whole action, and you still have a bonus action. And since
Okay,
you're
I just didn't know if it
unarmed-
had to be specified as attack action.
Nope. So you do get another attack here with your offhand. So you don't add your dex to here.
Can I use my advantage?
You're gonna have to re-roll though.
Oh,
No, I'm not just gonna give you the nat 20 there.
fine. Then I'll re-roll and get 2 20s.
Okay.
I'll see.
So
Hey, that's
Okay, very cool. Your 11 turns into a 24. Yeah, that absolutely hits. Roll some damage. Alright.
God damn it.
You clobber this guy again. Is this non-lethal damage?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Lavelli is not swinging to kill.
Okay.
So she just sort of, in like a serpentine movement, just swims towards the person. And then just one punch to the jaw and then a spinning, like, backhand to follow it up.
You see them collapse into the mud, and there's a large splatter. It goes flying everywhere. They are down. All right, that's going to be all your everything. Kalik, it's your turn.
These enemies are all armed with melee weapons.
Yes. You see they are all wearing clothes.
Okay. Kalik is going to move in here.
Okay.
Do a booming blade cantrip,
Okay.
which is, at least for the initial, is just like a straight attack. I'm gonna use one of my blessings because that is a bad roll.
Okay.
And I want a better roll.
Okay.
And just for reference, my stances last 1 minute.
Okay. Good to know. 16 hits. Go ahead.
Okay.
Click this. What does Booming Blade do?
So a little bit of electricity ripples down his rapier as he strikes. If the creature willingly makes a move of 5 feet or more on its next turn, it's going to take thunder damage.
Ooh.
If it stays still, it's fine,
Mhm.
but it's gonna have some moving penalties. So it'll take 6 piercing damage from the rapier.
Yeah, you stab directly into the torso there. It goes, ah! Pain!
I don't know for 5E, is attacking them before they've had their first turn sufficient for sneak attack damage?
No. So the way that 5e works
Okay.
for a sneak attack, you either have to have advantage or you have to have an ally within 5 feet of them. So if, for
wait,
example,
didn't you use a blessing on it?
I did use a blessing to have advantage.
yep, you get sneak attack damage.
I remember this from when we did Cats and Catacombs and
Yep.
using blessings to get
Yep.
a sneak attack.
Okay, that's exactly what you needed. All right,
Oh,
is this lethal
Are you-
damage?
okay. Yes, it is.
Okay. So you stab
I
this
think
individual.
he'd be vicious about it.
Okay, that's
Don't trust
fine.
the Fae.
And I was gonna use my bonus action as a disengage, but I don't need to, so I'm just gonna move with it.
Okay, one moment. All right. You see they bleed profusely. They go, "Ugh, ugh." They begin to spout blood from their mouth and they crumple down and they do not move again. It is now their turn. You see the one in front of you, Vicaria, looks up to you confused, looks over to your friends and says, "Tell them to stop. Listen, we've got a robbery to finish. Tell your companions to stop before things get dire."
I'll tell them to stop once you free that snail.
I don't think so. So they're gonna just be indecisive as fuck here. So we'll have this one here come, bring up their club, go hi-ya! And they rush forward. They will try to hit Kalik. They bring the club down. Wow, are you
The
fucking
double
kidding me?
ones.
Oh my god.
They die.
No, that's not how it works. So you see them kind of like spring forward and they try to do a really dramatic move here and they just smash the mud. This one here is going to rush forward and they have pack tactics. So here with Arifis kind of between two of them, they will get advantage and I'm going to use one of my nat 20s here.
Oh god.
So you take... Wait, can I just roll the damage?
You would have to roll damage twice, right?
Yeah. Okay, so you take 10 bludgeoning damage here as they bonk you on the head, Arifis. The individual here is going to run. You see them throw the reins down, and they will begin to flee into the marsh. Wow, hold on, my roll 20 is being weird. Blah, 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 blah.
Blah 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 blah.
Okay, I think that's it. All right, Chester, it's your turn.
Chester will see what had happened with Arifis, and he'll sort of move. Well, actually, he could be right where he is. He's going to turn around, and he's going to use his light crossbow to try to attack the orange one.
Okay. 22 is absolutely a hit. Very nice.
A lot of sixes.
Yeah, you thunk them.
Actually, all of our damage has been 6.
Is that my sneak attack?
They take this bolt into the shoulder and they cry out in pain. Anything else for you? I think that's all you can do.
I think that's all I can do. So he's just gonna stay. He's just gonna stand there.
Okay, Rikaria,
And keep watch.
it's your turn.
I believe in you, Rikaria.
So you see Rikaria, there's like a small smirk on their face as they look towards this rabbit folk here and say,
Looks like we're the ones doing the robbery.
and turns around and they like reach down into the marsh and there's like a little vine that they twist up onto their wrist and they make a crushing motion with their hand and you see that the vine turns to ash and starts to melt off their skin. As that happens, I'm going to cast Wither and Bloom right here. So let's see if I can. So basically, invoke both life and death upon a 10-foot radius, centered on a point within range, which is kind of just above Arifis here. Each creature of my choice, so both of the rabbit folk, have to make a Constitution saving throw or take 8 damage or half as much damage on a successful one. Successful save.
I'm telling you, she's a Sith.
I'm going that way.
So this is
And also, you
10-foot
can have
radius.
Arifis roll to heal.
Yes. So if Arifis would like, they can spend he can spend a hit die and regain a number of hit points equal to it, plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which is ability modifier. I think that's
4?
4, yeah.
Yeah, because your basic
They get
DC
10.
would be 10.
Okay.
Hey, look,
And-
you're muted.
So everything, right? That was all your damage?
Yeah,
Just
that
10?
was
Yeah.
everything I took.
So they have to make...
A con save DC 14.
Okay. So the orange one first, and then the green one.
Sweet.
They both
So
fail.
they both take 8 damage, and you see all of the vegetation in that area as Rikaria kind of plants her heel into the ground and twists. You see like the small decaying like vine of energy go up, and all of the vegetation in the area just crumples to ash.
Okay. Yeah, so you see one of them immediately go down. The other one looks very, very, very hurt. The individual that goes down, they...
Wait, were you doing lethal damage with your spell?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, you're all monsters.
So you see this individual, as they begin to crumple down, you see them in their death throe. They haven't quite fallen completely prone. They actually begin to turn to stone. So they are kneeling in this position of total anguish, and they have completely petrified here. So I'm gonna... Fist? I don't know. What symbol's good for petrification? Whatever.
I think the knockdown one is good.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so they are now made of stone. You see this one is on their last leg. Haha. Alright, anything else?
Oh god, you cut off their leg?
That I think is going to be no, that's all for Korea. She just like looks back and there's just like this wicked smile on her face as she looks back to the rabbit folk in front of her.
Okay.
They're animals.
Erfis.
All right, so Arfis looking around and kind of seeing them killing all these people is
Some of them.
feeling a bit like worried. I thought you did lethal as well. Did you not?
No, I just knocked him out.
Okay,
Kalik
we're
did
pals. He is going to take his longsword and just recklessly try to hit the pommel into Green Rabbit and try to knock them unconscious.
Okay.
So this will be at advantage.
Okay, so half the party murderers.
They hurt a snail.
Alright, that's
They
a
deserve
hit.
to die.
They had reins that they were pulling. You never saw it like injured.
Okay. They go down. They are unconscious, not dead.
You know, they also tried to rob us.
Well, why are you... Stop killing them! And I think... I don't think it's possible, but he's going to kneel down next to this one and try to stop them from turning to stone or try to do something to help them.
Yeah, by the time you bonk the first one and you wheel around to try to help them, you see it's too late. They're gone. They are completely made out of stone now. As you try to feel for any part of them that might still be flesh, they're gone.
My grip on my sword definitely loosens as some, I don't know if it's panic, fear, sadness, but Arfis is definitely struck by an emotion and it's getting to him.
Okay. As you feel this sort of dismay, this powerful dismay, you see a tree nearby. Actually, roll me a perception check.
I don't think this is going to go well. Oh, this isn't at advantage.
Okay,
Well, 17.
a 17. All right. As you're kind of feeling this anguish, like your hand on their shoulder, and you're looking around, you see a tree nearby almost seem to frown. That is going to be the end of your turn. Lavelli, it's your turn.
Hello, I'm gonna go punch that person who's running away.
Okay, yep. Chase them down.
Boom.
All right.
And I make an unarmed attack.
That's a hit, 22. All right. You hit them really hard. You can see stars over their head. They're not quite down yet.
And then I follow it up with my bonus attack.
Okay. Wow, you crit. Oh my god.
Nice.
All right, they only have 1 hit point left.
So how this looks is Lavelli just zooms up behind them and then with a sweep of the leg knocks them backwards, and then while they're in the air, just a palm slam into the ground.
Amazing. I don't think I fit you. Yep, that guy's down.
Non-lethal.
Okay, yep. Yeah. Okay, Kalik, it is your turn.
Kalik is gonna serpentine around Chester and level his rapier at the last one's throat. Not actually attacking, but I imagine that little spark of electricity like runs down the rapier and then just like static shocks over to the rabbit's throat.
Yeah, Jebek is like, what? And you see her blink, and her eyes, full of hate, look to you, Ricaria.
Might I recommend surrender?
Might have been an easier sell if you hadn't killed her friend.
You murderers! Agdon Longscarf is not going to forgive you for this.
Well, you shouldn't have tried to rob us.
You see her pull out her club.
Let's dance.
Is this still part of my turn? Because if she pulls a club, I'm finishing my turn with attacks.
Yep, it's your turn.
Okay, here we go.
Natural 1.
That's a hit.
Arathis is gonna shout stop while this is happening.
Just a slow motion.
For cinematic reasons.
Okay, well that's exactly what you needed. And this is lethal?
I will ask this. People in out of character have definitely mentioned that they're not comfortable with killing. Has anyone said anything out loud?
I think we're kind of
is yelling,
discovering
"Stop"
this
right
now.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to change this to be non-lethal because you hear this stop, you can definitely do that. But they have 0 hit points.
Lavelli has been too far away and has not actually seen you murder people yet. Arathis has actively said, "Wait, stop doing this."
Okay, I'm gonna make myself do a dex save. Okay, I will say that is enough of a reflex that he draws his blade back to drive it forward, hears the no, just redirects the tip so it goes right between the bunny's ears, and the pommel of the rapier hits her straight in the forehead.
Okay, very good. Yeah, so she gets knocked unconscious here.
You were gonna spike her in the head? Jesus.
God damn.
I rolled really good damage. And technically I got sneak attack because Ricaria was right there, so it was supposed to be even more damage than that. I feel like a spike to the face was kind of appropriate.
Y'all are psychopaths.
I see that snail's okay.
All right. So with that, combat is over. Kalik levels the leader here, and they go down with a loud thunk, unconscious. The snail begins to slowly move away from its unconscious trainer here. And I think this will be a good time for us to take a break. We will be back in about 5 minutes. Please grab some water, do a stretch, and grab a snack, and we'll be back here soon.
Don't kill anyone.
So you are currently standing in the middle of this bog-ridden bog, and there is a snail just kind of hanging out. And there are
We all know
a few
Ricaria is
people.
gonna go talk to the snail.
Okay, so Ricaria, you saunter up.
I hurry up to make sure the snail's okay.
Okay, how do you do this?
So you see, through the thick mud, Ricaria, the way that they have to move in the mud is kind of like that awkward, like, you put one foot forward and the other foot, you're like moving your entire body as you walk, but she's like hopping from side to side trying to get through this mud, eventually landing beside the snail. And with kind of like my ability to, or her ability to kind of more or less communicate through body language with certain animals, she looks up and says,
Hi, I'm just wondering, are you okay? I saw you were struggling and they looked really mean to you.
Okay, do you have means to communicate with animals magically?
that is one sec. I have I technically do have speak with animals, and then also the speech of the woods. gain the ability to decipher like beasts' noises and motions. So we can kind of communicate that way, unless
Okay.
it lacks the intelligence to communicate. But maybe they can communicate certain ideas.
Okay. So as you kind of come up to this giant snail,
It does look friendly.
But yeah, that's because the butterflies. Imagine if those were like knives.
If they were
That
knives,
does give
it
a
would
bit
be
of a
my new
different-
mouth.
Yeah, well,
The
true,
psychic
yeah.
knife throwing snail.
you see these bulbous stalks kind of like they were at like shriveling and kind of just vibrating with intense distrust towards the Harengon brigands there. But like as you're kind of coming up and trying to soothe it, you see that the eyes begin to slowly extend and it seems to calm down. It leans towards you and it begins to snuffle with its little two mouth appendage things. Seems open to touching you and receiving you as a person.
Not receive me.
They'll kind of like raise their hands and wait for it to consent for Candy to pet the snail.
Yeah, you can tell that this snail is used to being handled and that it is not a wild creature. It is definitely domesticated. And as you do this and it gets the sense that you are not hostile, that you are not aggressive, it leans into it. There's now snail slime all over your hands.
Love it. Just petting the snail. Ricaria's enjoying the heck out of it and kind of looks back to the others and said,
The snail's okay. We saved the snail. Good job, us.
Lavelli is just gathering up the unconscious rabbits.
Okay, yes. What would you like to do? There are 3 of them. No.
She's just gonna put them in like a huddle together and ask Kalik to tie them up.
Okay. So one that is stone you can absolutely not do anything with.
Yeah, she just leaves that there.
And there's a person who's dead.
Can
And
we?
leaves that there.
I guess this is both a question in character and out of character. Is the party okay if we tie the unconscious ones to the one that has been turned to stone?
I think while you're looking around and thinking of doing that, oh, you guys moved the tokens around.
Sorry.
Araphis had
I was just trying to
gone
make it all fit on
to-
screen.
Yeah, Araphis had gone up to the one that had been killed, Team Yellow, just to see if they're well and truly gone or if something can be done for them.
You can see that they have completely bled out and they are dead.
Lavelli will also come up behind you after the others are situated.
Why did you all do that?
They were threatening us. They had weapons. They were trying to rob us. We are in the Faded Lands. How many reasons do I need?
They were trying to. They wanted a memory, but we were still talking to them. We could have done. You don't have to kill them. You think just because they wanted a memory from you, that means you get to take everything from them? These people had families, probably. They've got lives. You think it's just okay?
They decided that it was okay to rob us.
They weren't killing us, though.
They were drawing
didn't
their
even-
weapons.
They said they were gonna beat us black and blue, which isn't preferable. You don't have to kill them.
I would rather take their threat as not literal, as an actual threat of life, and keep myself safe.
No. You don't. You're some fancy adventuring type, whatever. I'm just a farmer. He's just a carnival worker. These people are just people. They're not big scary dragons or anything like that. They're just people. And
Very
you
well.
don't get to do that here. That's not how we do things here.
If it is that important to you, I will follow your lead going forward as far as whether or not lethal force is required. But I do want to make one correction to what you said. Look around at where we are. We've gone through a portal to an entire different plane of existence. Creatures like these, like that, gesturing to the giant snail. You're not a farmer anymore. He is not a carnival worker anymore. You are adventurers, even if it is unwilling and unbidden. You're an adventurer now. And if you want to survive to get home to see your family, it is my recommendation that you start taking that very seriously, even if you don't kill.
Lavelli puts a hand on Arifis's shoulder and looks over at Kalik. You're very lucky that the people in my past didn't follow your philosophy. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. You never know when staying your hand for just a moment can change a person's entire future.
You also don't know when staying your hand can get you dead. I only tried to make sure we were safe, and I have apologized that this was something you were not comfortable with, and have promised that going forward, we will try to act differently. I do not know what else you wish me to do. It's not within my power to raise the dead.
There's nothing you can do, and that's why this shouldn't be taken lightly.
I hope that you do not mistake my attitude for taking this lightly.
Well, if I felt any sort of regret or any kind of emotion over the end of a life outside of this was necessary, maybe I would believe you.
Could I get perception checks from anyone that's in the close area of this conversation?
I think most of us are because we're pretty.
Yeah.
You're petting a snail.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ricaria,
that's
you're
true.
not there.
Very true.
Okay. Arifis and Kalik. When Kalik says the word promise, there is a soft, very subtle, sweet smell on the wind. And it is very brief.
I need to take a minute. Arifis goes and walks off. Specifically towards that tree that he had seen.
Okay. The tree.
Lavelli just runs a taloned hand through the back of her feathers and stares at Kalik for a moment longer. Whatever's happened has happened, but just remember, no death comes without a cost. Whether you don't feel it now or you're hiding it, it does build up. And she's gonna set about disarming the rabbits.
Okay. As you do, you see that they are each equipped with a club and a sling.
She will take all of those and toss them over by the stone rabbit.
Okay. You also
Finishing up
see...
by grabbing the jug, or the gourd.
You also see that each one of them is wearing your standard leather armor.
She does not take their armor.
Okay. In the background, Ricaria, you are just getting like face nuzzles from this snail. The snail has very clearly bonded with you.
This is my favorite snail. I don't know your name. Can you gesture me your
It goes
name?
like, "Mrrr." I don't know what sound snails make. I don't know if they have
Weird sucking noises.
Weird sucking noises.
Yeah, so go meh, but like
Yeah.
suck.
Yeah, make weird sucking noises for us.
No.
Yeah, Sella.
There.
Perfect.
All right, did you understand that, Rick? What
Right.
name did you get out of that?
Slurpee.
Oh God.
Slurpee. Slurpee the snail.
I hate that so much. All
Could have
right.
been worse. She could have said sucky.
True.
Oh my God. All right. Excellent. Yeah, you now have a snail.
Yeah.
You have a snail. Oh God.
All
Who's
right.
given her
Are
this
you-
power?
Are you? Do you mind if I check the packs that are on you? Like what's inside? Okay.
And she'll start digging through the various packs that
So
it's carrying.
you find like camping supplies, rations. You don't really find anything much of use. Mostly blankets. You find the most peculiar thing is a pair of half stilts.
Uh-oh, keep those away from Kaylee.
In fact, there are 3 pairs of them.
Wait, so that's a full pair and a half still.
No, so they're not as long as the
They're half
stilts.
stilts.
Yeah, they're not as long as the ones
Yeah,
from
but
the
if you put
carnival.
them
They're
together, you'd have one full stilt
Okay,
and a half
V.
stilt.
All right, get your math out of here. Okay, your math is banned in
I
the
don't have
Fated
math in
Lands.
D&D.
Oh no,
Hmm.
the Fae don't do math.
Nope.
We
Nah.
found their weakness.
Well. All right, Slurpee.
Okay.
Let's go back to everybody else. I'm not gonna put you on any leads or anything. If you want to go, you can go. That's fine. I'm not gonna dictate you come with us. But if you want to travel with us, that's cool too. But I'm gonna go over here.
All right, I'm gonna give you ownership of this giant snail. Just
Slurpee.
just so I don't have to move the token around. Let's see.
I don't know if you want to be happy about that. Just wait till the next time you draw a night card.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, where's our knights?
They're not here
Oops. Well, that's okay.
yet.
A hot buff
Dun, dun,
minotaur
dun.
just flies through the sky above us.
Thank you for the snail.
I love
Yep.
them.
Okay,
I love them.
so you should be able to move it now.
I don't have access to the token itself. Maybe dragging a new token from.
Are you on the cursor or are you on the like?
I'm on the
line?
cursor. Ah, there we go. Aha, thank you.
Okay, cool.
Everyone, this is Slurpee. Our new snail friend.
She just got goop all over her.
Can I investigate this gourd?
Yes.
Currently in my hands.
It's currently in Lavelli's hands.
Okay. May I see that? Got it.
She glances at it and then holds the strap out to him.
I guess it's an Arcana check to identify.
So there is an identify spell, there's detect magic, and then you can kind of like try to discern if you know what it might be or might have some information. So with that, you can do an Arcana or History check.
Those are the same number, so I'm gonna do Arcana, and I'll use the last of my advantage
Okay.
because might as well.
Cool. Wow. Nice. That's a nat 20. Okay. So you recognize this gourd to it is definitely a container of some kind. You're not sure exactly what spell was cast on it in order to have this magical ability, but it is definitely magical, and kind of piecing together what you know of what Jebek had said, it seems to be able to hold memories. So you get the sense that if you were to uncork it, all of the memories stored inside would be released.
That was actually the specific question I was gonna ask you.
Yep.
So, if this is storing the memories of who knows how many victims, we should be able to uncork it and release those memories back to their owners.
Maybe we should get a bit more information before we do something that can't be undone.
What other information would you like to have before taking that action?
I mean, perhaps why they're getting memories of joy from a first gift.
I feel like this is within the realm of just general Fey trickery. They tend to just do things like that.
And how many Fey have you actually interacted with?
None directly. Yourself?
Then maybe now's a good time to build some experience before we rely on hearsay.
Kalik just sort of shoves the gourd back at Lavelli and heads off on his own.
Okay. So as you do, Arifis, you have gone up to this tree. It looks like a pretty normal tree. It is very willow-like. It has these long, weeping vines, and has this sort of weathered, gnarled wood face to it. And you can see that it has some degree of rot to it, as if water has swelled and come down over time. You can see that there's a distinct line of about 5 feet off of the ground where the wood has been affected. And above it, the wood seems a lot more sturdy and fortified. In the face of this tree, it almost looks as if it's been transfigured to frown, and it has sort of settled on that. Maybe it was a trick of the eye and it was always like this. You can't see any kind of hinges or any kind of particular effects or movement as of this moment.
I think walking up to it, Arafis doesn't remember when he was in the Feywild, although he has been before, but he has almost like a sixth sense, kind of reminding him of how things are here almost at times. And when he walks up to the tree, he just kind of looks at it and he places a hand on it. I'm sorry. I don't really like what just happened either.
Go ahead and roll me a history check at advantage. Let's see what you do remember of the Feywild. $16. Okay. So you know that different realms have different rules. There is no overarching sort of thing that will be a definite universal truth among all of the fated lands here. And you do remember in one instance that you discovered that powerful emotions are a type of magic in themselves. And perhaps in your despair, the world around you has reacted in a small way.
He takes a deep breath and kind of sits down next to the tree. I'll do better. We'll do better. And he's just gonna like sit there for a moment while everybody else is figuring stuff out.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
Real good at those.
The tree eats you.
I think I have a blessing.
Okay. Go ahead and use your blessing. You rolled a nat 1.
11 is better than a nat 1.
Okay. With an 11, you realize the ground. It was very muddy, but now it seems like there's water, and it's beginning to rise. There's about an inch of water on the ground right now.
This is fine.
That's weird. Hey, there's. Do you all notice the water?
What?
We'll look down.
Do we notice the water upon that announcement?
Yeah, in fact, you all look down, and you can see that there's definitely a layer of water here that wasn't before. Could I get perception checks from everybody else?
Uh-oh.
That's a nat 1 from Lavelli, into a 4, 21 from Kalik, 10 from Chester, and a 16.
Yeah,
from
Lavelli
Carter.
is focusing on the rabbits.
Okay. With that 21, Kalik, you kind of look around, and you can see kind of dotted at various distances, there are these strange-looking wells. They seem to be made out of hewn stone, and you see that there's water gushing out of them. This sort of slightly viscous, kind of murky liquid just kind of pouring out, and it seems to be the same quality of the water that's beginning to rise around you.
We need to get to higher ground now.
Okay. Let's try to find.
Lavelli calls out to Arifis, help me get them on the snail.
All right. And I'll run over and try to help.
Are you okay with are people being piled on your back?
As you're kind of bringing the brigands closer to the snail, Slurpee just kind of begins to make sounds of distress, and you see the eye stalks kind of wriggling.
No. We're not putting these people on Slurpee's back. Slurpee does not like them.
Hey, it's fine. It's fine.
I'll put one of them over my shoulder in like the fireman's carry.
Okay.
Lavelli will pick up the leader then.
Okay.
We'll protect you from them. Don't worry. We need to get them somewhere safe is all. And I'm telling this to the snail. Can I try animal handling to calm it down?
Yes.
That didn't go well.
Okay. So, from the time that y'all spent at the carnival, you actually get a +1 to handling snails because of the time you spent with them.
I wasn't there.
It's okay. We had to montage your time. So we'll say that because Arifis would have had time to, do all of the little different events and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So instead of trying to keep track of everything, we're just going to say that it also affects you. So with a 9, you can tell that the creature's unsure about you, but they kind of look to Ricaria, see that you and Ricaria seem to be vibing just fine. With hesitancy, it seems to obey you.
Okay. I'm gonna carry one, and then I'll put one extra, or one of the other ones on the snail.
Okay.
So it sees that we're in this together.
Okay. That seems to work just fine. All right, who wants to lead the party as you kind of gather up these unconscious brigands? And the water level is rising.
Belly, do you think you could fly up and see if you could find a place that's higher ground?
She looks around. I can try.
Okay.
Roll me a perception check.
Do I still have an advantage?
You have 1 advantage left.
I will use it on this.
Okay. All right, 22 perception. You fly up, And as you do, you kind of scout out the area around you. You can see the water level is rising in this entire domain here. And as it's beginning to rise up, you can see that there aren't very many plateaus of dry ground that you could necessarily use. However, something does catch your eye while you're up there. You see that there are a number of different large mushrooms that could serve as shelves. You can tell that they are not going to be able to handle the weight of the snail, but perhaps you could disperse them if you wanted to leave them behind. Perhaps an unconscious person here, an unconscious person there. And you do see that the ground seems to begin to elevate in the direction of the tower to the east.
So our options are either mushroom displacement or tower.
Yes.
All right, so she'll fly back down. So we've got two options. There's a tower in the distance with some elevated ground, or we can attempt to take shelter on top of the mushrooms, but I do believe our snail friend is going to be able to fit.
Then we gotta go to the tower.
The tower, yeah.
I agree.
Which direction was the tower?
Lavelli will point in cardinal direction.
East.
It should be the same direction the hot air balloon went down as well. If there was a survivor, then we may find them and be able to help them on our way.
Hopefully, but it has been over
Jesus Christ,
8
Geek
hours.
Dice.
I'm sorry. Hold
Wow.
on. Okay.
Dice.
Lord, pause.
Hi.
Let's
Sorry.
pause.
Yes. I wanted
Look,
to
he's
say-
symbolizing the flood.
The roaming D&D, thank you so much for the raid. Lord Gosumba, thank you so much for the raid. Geek Dice, thank you so much for the 20 gift subs. Oh my god.
20 of them. Big 20.
Okay.
That's
All right.
a lot.
Geek
I
Dice.
miss you, Riley.
Geek Dice, go ahead
Oh.
and choose a player on the screen. We'll have a sneaky little surprise here for the party.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so what did you want to do?
We're heading east.
Balloon. Something about a
Towards
balloon.
the tower.
All right.
Thank you.
Emma, tell me when to stop.
Emma, have 7
here they
cards.
Stop.
Okay. All
You
right.
drew super
So
room.
as you're kind of making your way over towards the tower, it is going to be some distance away, and as you're traveling, you can visibly see the water level beginning to rise, and now it's about 5 inches deep. You get the sense just from having seen the distance of where the tower is and where you are, you're not going to make it in time. You can tell that the water will probably rise up to about 5 feet tall. And the amount of time it's going to take you to get to the tower, you're not going to be able to carry these unconscious brigands safely that way.
Scarlet, you're faster by air, aren't you?
She nods.
About double our speed, land speed, as I recall.
Did you say that? Well, yes. I'm also
There-
a
there
fairly
and back
decent
again?
swimmer.
There and back again. Take one of the brigands, fly them to the tower, come back. You're fast enough to get them there. I'm a fast runner. I can take one as well. It'll be
Lavelli-
splitting the party, but it may actually get everyone safely to the tower.
Lavelli glances over at the snail. Is that not faster than all of us?
Hold on, let me check its speed.
My understanding was
Wait a
it can't
second.
It's
carry
really-
all of us.
Didn't want to.
Really fast.
Okay.
Like,
So
we've got a fucking race car next to us.
So this
actually
snail
racing
only
snail.
moves 10 feet. 8.
Oh.
It's
not a
actually
special
slowing
snail.
us down.
Yeah, you see Slurpee is just kind of lagging behind. I'm guessing Ricaria is probably with Slurpee.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
come on, we got this.
I think this is
We can
part
do
of
it."
why your calculations also include, like, hey, we should do something different than what we're doing right now.
Lavelli lets out a sigh. How tall are these rabbit people?
They are medium size. I believe they're going to be like 4 to 5 feet tall.
All right, so a little shorter than me.
Yeah.
Lavelli is going to fly them over to the castle and back, and she's going to try to take 2 at a time.
Okay, you're only going to be able to carry 1 at a time, flying like this.
What if I use a nat 20?
No, just from the pure logistics of it, flying and carrying someone who's unconscious is already kind of precarious, but I'm just kind of imagining that you're going to strap them on you with some rope or something.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So you are
So
not
then-
meant to be like a mode of transportation.
Wow, excuse you.
Sorry.
So then she'll start with the leader and just soar off.
Okay. All right. So Lavelli will begin to transport them one by one to the tower. Lavelli, roll me a perception check.
Can I use my speed to do that as well, since I'm pretty fast?
Okay. What is your speed?
If I'm using all of my actions in a round to move, I can get 150 feet in a round.
Okay. Yes. So I will say that yes, you can do this, but you are definitely going to suffer a level of exhaustion because you are
that is
pushing
fair.
yourself. Okay. All right.
Kalik is ready to show to Lavelli and Araphis that he is genuinely going to take their interest in not killing people to heart. So he's willing to wear himself out a little bit in order to get these brigands to the tower.
Okay. Sounds
So it's like,
good.
just let them die.
Nope. That is not what I'm saying. All right. So, Lavelli, what is your speed? Your fly speed?
If I'm dashing, it would be 120. My base is 60.
Okay. All right. We're gonna say that the two of you more or less, just to make things simple, the two of you more or less like have the same speed here as you're kind of doing this, right? You offload 2 people near the base of the tower. So what you see is this like large tower, and there's these thick brambly vines towards the bottom of the base here. You kind of set them down on this higher ground, and then you leave to come back and grab 2 more people. On your second trip, the 2 people are gone.
Wait, were the other people not paying
I thought we
attention
were
to
bringing
them?
them with us.
I was carrying one, and the other one was on
No,
the snail.
Yeah.
right?
I think what Stella is saying is we drop 2 people off, we leave, and when we get back to the tower, the 2 people we dropped off
Yes.
are gone.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
So the
But at
leader
least they're
and
safe.
1 brigand is gone.
Is there any sign of like them being dragged off or anything?
Go ahead and roll me a perception check. Or investigation. You'll get different information. And I'll say Kalik is there with you. A
Perception.
13. Okay. And a 13 investigation from Kalik. Okay. You both see that there are no footsteps going away in any direction, but you do see a large drag mark going into the brambles under the tower.
Oh, I almost said something. Ah, okay. Oh well.
Kayla, you've got to go back and get the others over here.
Very well. He'll take off at a run again.
Okay.
And the Lavelli is going to head towards the brambles.
Okay. All right.
There's no way I'd die from this, right?
This is gonna be very interesting. Okay, hold on. I have to pull up notes. So now that Lavelli's all alone at the foot of this tower here, let me pull you onto a different map.
Oh no. Goodbye, friends.
Different maps mean good things.
I don't think so.
Different maps mean exploration.
Yeah.
Hooray!
All right. So as you are here, I'm going to go ahead and say that Lavelli is at the tower. Everyone else is about halfway there. Okay. Lavelli, you're standing before the tower like all Bloodborne, like, you know, cinematic shot of this building. And you get a much better look of it now. A crumbling stone tower rises out of the swamp, leaning at such an angle that it threatens to keel over. Black brambles surround the base of the tower and cling to its lower half. Hanging from the crenellations of the lower side of the tower's peak is a large woven basket at the end of a tangle of ropes and tattered fabric. The basket dangles 30 feet above the surface of the swamp. You see that this tower is about 50 feet tall, and it's about 20 feet in diameter, with an open door at the bottom on the side opposite of where the basket is hanging. The black brambles cover basically all of the ground within 30 feet of the tower, and a dense patch that surrounds the open doorway. You can see that they are extremely thorny and sharp, likely to cause injury to you if you were to try to traverse through them. And you see the drag mark go straight underneath and into the darkness under the tower.
Okay. Lavelli is gonna like flash out her talons and try to slash her way through the bramble.
Okay. Let's see. Go ahead and roll me an attack. Okay, that's a hit. Go ahead and do some damage.
9 slashing.
Okay, the brambles are immensely thick. As you're doing 9 damage here, you begin to get through about half of them. They do hurt you back in return. It is take 4 piercing damage as it cuts into you as you're making your way through the bramble. Roll me a perception check. Okay. The bog all around you, you hear the water gushing from a nearby well. You hear the croaking of frogs and the undulations of strange creatures all around you. So it's kind of hard to perceive immediate things around you closest as you are kind of digging in here. We're going to cut over to Kalik. So you have some news for the party as you come back. Lavelli is not with you.
So something grabbed the brigands that we dropped off first. Lavelli's Scarlet's keeping watch over the others. We have to move fast.
All right,
Okay.
let's hurry. We gotta go help.
Well, Slurpee's moving as fast as they can.
Candy, do you think your snail friend would let you ride? It would lift you higher off the ground. It's slower, but you'll have longer before the water gets too high.
True. Hey Slurpee, do you mind if I ride you?
You see them kind of hunker down a little, offering you a way up.
Candy will climb on and kind of sit legs to the side because they're still wearing the dress that Riley gave them, and say,
It's okay. Pretty sure that Slurpee has a good sense of direction. So I'll see you soon.
Caleb will turn then to Chester and Arathis.
Mm.
I don't know. I can't take both of you.
Just take.
You can take Bright Might. I can kind of float and dash off.
You can be airborne.
Yes, I am a sorcerer. levitate, and then he shows off and he levitates a little over up.
Are you casting a spell?
Or
Jester just
levitate a
jumps
spell.
off the snail and uses slow fall.
Well, I remember saying that I levitated and flew off at some point, and no one corrected me, so I didn't know if that was just a thing. Well, if it is a thing, I don't actually have a spell of levitation.
Okay, I don't think you can do that.
Okay. Then I'll say, well, I've got magic on my side. If I encounter anything, I'll be fine. Just take. You can take bright might.
I'm sure that Serpy can accommodate both of us.
They got an erasing snail.
Can they?
Serpy, can you also carry Dimple?
Which, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
All right, we'll give it a shot
it's
then.
the three of us.
Bright might, may I?
4 of us.
All right, yeah.
Caleb will shoulder him and take off.
Just like a sack of potatoes.
All right. I'm going to say, Kalik, that your level of exhaustion hits as you transport Arifis to the tower here. Yeah, bloop, blump.
I'm pretty sure as they arrive, Kalik like full on stumbles to the ground and just like lays the both of them in the mud. Like he barely made it.
So the swamp water now is about, let's say, 3 feet. So if you don't have a swim speed, you move at half speed through the water now. You can see that
That poor snail.
Yeah, the snail's just like chugging along, having a good time. Y'all are just kind of sitting on it. Okay, so as you join Lavelli, you can see that Lavelli is trying to tear through the brambles here.
Yes.
Caleb is all huff and puff right now. There's no words.
Once we're there, I immediately separate from Panache and move to help Scarlet.
Okay.
With the vines.
Okay, as you do, you find that there must be something about the air here. It's just so thick and heavy. Perhaps the way that Kalik had carried you was very uncomfortable and just kind of their shoulders are so buff, right? They're so strong and adventurous and just cutting into your anyway. You're not feeling quite yourself. In fact, you feel half of yourself. You have drawn the balance card. So, I don't think you have spell slots, but you go to half health, rounding down.
Okay.
Does it say spell slots or is it like class resource?
Just spell slots and health, that's it.
Okay.
So as you join Lavelli, did you want to also start tearing into the bramble?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an attack, please.
These branches be thick.
They are super thick. Okay, are you using your longsword here?
Can I reckless attack against vines?
Sure, absolutely.
Oh.
Okay.
I have concerns.
That's a little better.
Okay, yes, you actually hit it this time. Go ahead and do damage.
You actually hit it.
It has an
You missed
AC of
the
11.
vine.
Yeah.
There's an
All right,
AC.
cool.
Oh my god.
All right, so you chop into it, and with your effort joined with Lavelli here, you definitely manage to cut through it. And as you do...
Does Arifis also take damage from chopping through? Or was that because I was using my
It was because you were using your hands. Okay. Hold on.
At least it was slashing damage. So I wasn't punching the vine.
Okay. As you do,
He's a bog monster.
can I get perception checks from the three of you?
There's too much perceiving in this swamp.
It's almost as if there's something somewhere, huh?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm
there's
not good
nothing.
at perceive.
All right. Wow. Okay, that's a nat 1 from Arifis, a 9 from
I'm just
Lavelli.
so focused.
A 19 from Kalik. All right.
Yeah, you're too reckless right now. What was it?
All right.
Oh, big snake.
Okay. So as the group of you are kind of beginning to chop your way through Kalik, you can see between the vines here as they're being torn away, cut away, all of that, that there are two large scaled bodies curled up amongst each other in the brambles underneath here. The bramble thicket is about 30 feet all the way around, right? So it is a pretty substantial amount of thicket here. And you can see that there are two creatures here. You aren't able to quite make out what they are exactly, but you know that this is not a good thing. There's something
So you're
sleeping.
telling me this is a double C thicket?
Yes.
Triple C thicket.
Oh no. Thicket. So we can't tell what the
Oh.
things in front of us are, just that there's big
Kalik
thing
is
in
the
front of
only
us?
one who sees it.
Okay.
Is it clear to me that they haven't spotted it? Like,
Yeah, because they're
I
still
feel
like kind
they
of
would have
actively.
reacted.
Yeah, we're pretty furiously cutting into these brambles.
They haven't quite noticed yet, because they're like working here, but you're seeing from a distance, right? What's ahead
Yeah.
of them?
So, I'm gonna stand by my role playing, and that is that I am lying on the ground and I am too out of breath to speak. Both things I established,
Okay.
which doesn't give me a good chance to actually shout a warning to them.
Mm-hmm.
I have on my on the outside of my bag a flask of alchemist's fire,
Okay.
and my best means of alerting them to the fact that there's something dangerous is to just chuck it into the brambles past them.
Okay.
Like, I can't think of another way to warn them with what I have on hand and the role-playing situation I put myself in.
He's gonna roll a 1 and hit us with a flask of alchemist fire.
Or the snakes.
All right. Make a ranged attack as an improvised weapon. So that means roll me your dex.
Okay. Just like a straight dex.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna die. Gonna die.
17. Okay. Hold on.
So it's like, this is the bad kind of improv.
This is bad, y'all. This is really bad.
What, you don't want us to fight big snakes that could eat us in one bite?
They're friends.
Well, that's gonna be it for this week, everybody.
Goodbye.
Hold on. How big is this fire?
It's funny. I didn't.
Wait,
put
did you
the
just light the
stats
whole
for
bramble on
Alchemist's
fire?
It's fine.
Mhm.
This is
So
perfect.
I will say, Alchemist's fire does a big plume of flame that dies out real fast.
Okay. Well, this bramble's very, very, very flammable. So,
Everyone get your "this is fine" emotes ready.
so you throw the alchemist fire, and all three of you hear the crash of glass, and it just suddenly breathes up. It breathes into pure life here, and just completely consumes the bramble. All of the bramble, all 30 feet thick of the bramble, just immediately lights on fire, and I keep hearing strange noises, and it's very disconcerting. Okay, and so you see the two creatures begin to writhe. Everyone is alerted to these creatures immediately. As they begin to shriek and hiss in pain, they catch fire, and they will be receiving 1 point of fire damage every round. I'm gonna need y'all to roll me some initiative here.
much more effective than I had planned.
Oh.
Yeah,
no,
you've
it's super
effective.
you've effectively made them angry.
Okay, so as we start getting that ready, the camera cuts over to Slurpee.
The road trip.
Just slowly rocking through the water. Can I get perception checks from Chester and Ricaria?
Permitted term hard me butt.
Nice.
Thanks, Butt Spot.
Oh, a 20.
Okay,
Not
very good. All right, and a 6 from Chester. All right, the 20 perception, Ricaria, you smell smoke. And as you're kind of looking around, you know smoke is bad. You have spent enough time in nature to know that it can mean devastating ends. And as you're looking around, you can see a plume of smoke slowly rising from the direction of the tower.
Oh shoot. Okay. Oh gosh. I was gonna have a discussion with you, Dimple, on the necessity for sometimes violence, but anyway, we'll discuss this later. Okay. Hey. Okay, Slurpee, I need you to continue towards that smoke because we're gonna run there. Dimple, are you okay with riding on my back as me as a dog?
Yeah, I'd be all right with that.
Okay, so I'm gonna druid wild shape into the form of a wolf.
Okay.
Still with the little horns on and everything, just kind of beside their little fluffy ears.
Only one of us was a goblin.
And they like jump off of Slurpee and look back up to you, Dimple, just kind of waiting.
And then he'll get off of Slurpee and then get on Ricaria, or get onto Ricaria as nice and gently as he can.
Okay.
I'm gonna run as fast as I can in this water.
Okay.
It's not very fast.
It is not very fast. You are at half speed, so not worrying about the reduction here. What is your speed as a wolf?
Where is it?
Just your base.
Oh, it's
speed.
40 feet.
40. Okay. So assuming you're dashing, that's 80. You're gonna be cut to 40. So you're still moving pretty fast as you're kind of pushing your way through the water. We're gonna say that there are gonna be 2 rounds. Go ahead and before you enter this combat here. So go ahead and roll some initiative for me, please. That way we can just add you in here and count.
Oh no. The snakes rolled
Sir
high.
Lancelot is like kind of coils off of Ricaria's neck and coils around you, Dimple.
Snakes
it's
rolled
higher.
high.
They did roll high. Okay. All right.
Hopefully they're not mad that someone just lit them on fire.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
They probably like fire.
Yeah. It's their favorite.
Rituals do take an hour, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So it's gonna be 2 rounds before the 2 of you can enter in. So the snakes begin to like hiss and curl and writhe in pain, and they more or less just burst out of the bramble thicket here. They are still on fire. They are no longer asleep. You hear a voice from the top of the tower, and it says,
Fuck you!
Oh no, you have woken the beasts! You must flee. They are very, very profoundly powerful demons underneath the tower. Flee for your lives. You hear this voice coming from the basket that's hanging from the top of the tower. You can't see anybody, but this very smooth and poised voice calls out.
Would it be possible to insight check the voice?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I understand now. That basket was the hot air balloon. In my head, I was picturing it as like a pulley system.
Oh, you got it.
I was like, that's how they get up and down the tower. They have like a basket.
I thought the same thing.
With a 9 insight, Aerithis, it's kind of hard to tell right now. You can't see them. But from the voice itself, it seems to be genuinely concerned about what's going on. There's a lot of hissing down there. That is generally a bad sign.
Is it obvious where the drag marks were going?
Yeah. To the snakes.
Okay, so they just ended the snakes, as in, like,
The snakes probably ate them. Yeah. All right. So they are currently thrashing about trying to get themselves not on fire. Can they do something? Again.
They can make a dexterity check. I think it's DC 10.
Okay. So the orange one. Ooh, that's not one. And the red one. Okay, they both fail. So they are currently writhing around trying to not be on fire. They're busy doing that. Arifis, it is your turn.
Should we run?
They ate the robbers.
All right. I suppose this is what adventurers would do, right? And I'm gonna rush up and I'll stab this snake.
Okay.
I will reckless attack because I'm too
Injured.
not knowledgeable enough to know otherwise.
Okay. All right, 21 is absolutely a hit. Their armor class is 12.
Okay.
Okay. 9 damage.
All right, and that is my turn.
Okay. You slice a grievous gash down the side of this serpentine body, and you see the large boxy head just kind of snap towards you, and it sees you.
Does it seem happy?
It seems very hungry. Lavelli, it's your turn.
Lavelli takes a quick moment to look over at Kalik and just say, if we're gonna fight these, we have to do it perfectly together.
Kalik just from the ground.
And then she's gonna rush forward and attack.
All right.
I'm going to use my talent, and I'm going to use one of my 20s.
Okay, very good. So go ahead and roll your damage here. All right, and then roll me another 1d4.
Oh, my keyboard doesn't work properly.
Okay, so you do 11 damage here with your first talon strike.
Then I'm going to follow it up by spending a key point to do 2 bonus unarmed strikes.
Okay, very good.
1, 2.
Okay, they both hit. 26 and 17. 8 damage, 7 damage. Okay, that's 15 damage. Very good. You can see that this creature is bleeding profusely now. Its head kind of snaps between both you and Arifis here, the tongue just flicking out angrily.
I like to picture Arifis and I just like smashing the head back and forth between the two of us.
Kalik, it is your turn.
How's that snake looking?
It looks bloodied.
All right.
And on fire.
Move action to stand up. Dash with my cunning action, and then a booming blade stab.
Okay.
That is not gonna hit.
Yeah.
You had
If I
a lot of rerolls that I don't think
I've used my rerolls.
all 3 of them?
Yep.
Oh.
He has been prodigious.
Okay. So you miss this body. This body is writhing around. So you stab forward with not as much speed or vigor as you would have hoped, and it dodges out of the way. All right, Chester and Ricaria, this is your first round out. So you are, yeah. So paint a picture here. Ricaria, wolf time.
So even and you see this stream of water rushing past back as Rick just runs through it as fast as they can. There's some jumping, there's little rock formations that are throughout, and in order to be slightly faster, Ricaria is kind of jumping on them to and fro and just galloping and trying to get there in time, worried about what's happening to her other friends.
Okay. As this is going on, Chester, you do manage to stay on, so don't worry about falling off or anything. But as the camera kind of pans from Ricaria to Chester, what do we see?
We see that Chester is trying to hold on the best that he can with Ricaria, and he's just gonna kind of let her lead the way.
Okay. So as you're kind of just focusing on staying on and just trusting Ricaria completely here, you find. All right. What emotion are you feeling right now?
Probably anxious, considering it's we don't know what's going on. We can smell smoke. Assuming where there's smoke, there's fire.
Okay. All right. So as this anxiety kind of blooms within you, you see that as you're dashing through the water, these very ugly, twisted, thorny vines and weeds are kind of sprouting around you in your wake. Just kind of lifting up out of the water and just curling up like snakes. These vines don't have any flowers on them whatsoever. This sort of manifestation of just something wicked and unpleasant nearby. And as you're kind of looking at those and the path before you, you find that perhaps you need to look within. You have drawn the Vizier card. So you get to think over the next round, one question, and you'll get an answer.
And you have Sir Lancelot, so ask him a question. We'll tell you.
Yeah, so you lock eyes with Sir Lancelot. He like sneaks out. He looks at you. You lock eyes. All right. So that will be
Sir Lancelot, the fucking prophet.
He is. He is the chosen one.
Okay. So this snake over here is going to try to stop, drop, and roll, and they succeed. They are no longer on fire. I think they still take the 1 damage though.
Yeah, it's at the beginning of the turn.
Yep. So they take the 1 damage. This other one is also going to take the 1 damage. I think they are more concerned with what's in front of them than the fire itself. So they are going to attack here. It's going to attack Arifis.
Oh.
Where's your
Gets
sheet?
advantage.
Yeah, you didn't like reckless attack or anything, right?
I did.
Okay. So we're going to see the snake just sort of lunge forward with its whole body, and it will try to constrict you. Does a 12 hit you?
It does not.
Okay, so it tries to wrap its body around you, but you slip out. I think it only gets the 1. Yeah, okay. That's its turn.
That +6 is scary.
It is. I rolled very low there with a 12. Okay. Arifis, it is your turn.
Reckless attack again. I am aiming for basically looking. I imagine Arifis is semi-familiar with snakes and knows that they don't generally like chew their food, they just swallow. So he's looking for parts in the snake that have like bumps, especially earlier on, because it ate these people so recently it probably hasn't like worked its way deep down into its system yet.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't even need to roll anything here. You can see that there is definitely some kind of a body-shaped bulge in its midsection.
Yeah, I'm trying to aim towards that and basically trying to cut out this person.
Okay, sounds good.
And I'm going to reckless attack again.
Okay. .24 absolutely hits.
All right, facing down this fire snake, I stab into it and
Fire
deal
snake.
six points of damage.
Okay.
It's not a fire snake, it's just on fire.
It's just a fun.
The on fire snake.
Totally a fire snake.
Okay, yeah. So you begin to cut into it, and it looks like you're gonna have to do some work here. You do start to make progress, and it's bleeding profusely. Lavelli, it's your turn.
So seeing what Arifis is doing and like having the same general goal, but not having a real weapon, Lavelli's just gonna strike into the slash that Arifis already did, trying to just deepen the wound.
Okay, sounds good. Yep, 24
24,
hits.
6, and then
Yep.
just one more basic.
Okay. 11 will not hit.
All right.
So you missed there. Okay. Kalik, it is your turn. You can see that the snake is very badly wounded. You can tell what Lavelli and Arifis are trying to do here.
I think that they've probably got this. So, because it's close to gone. So Kalik is going to rush over here.
Okay, it will have an opportunity attack here if you move out of its range.
Bonus
action disengage?
What kind of action is disengage?
Well, you are a rogue, so you can use your bonus action to disengage.
I'm gonna disengage from this other snake too, so I'm trying to figure out, like, is it a move and...
So when you disengage, it's good for your whole turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will disengage over to here.
Okay.
And do a booming blade attack. That is a nat 1.
That is a nat 1.
And then
he boomed it.
And then disengage back.
Okay, yeah. You can absolutely do that. All right, Chester.
I figured try to make it move on its turn, and then it would have taken extra damage.
Ping-ponged it.
Mm-hmm. Valiant efforts. Chester.
This is it, Chester.
What is your question?
All the answers of the universe in one snake.
Yep. Yeah, all the answers in one snake. Chester kind of looks thoughtful, and I guess he's just wondering, because we kind of half-heartedly just went, oh look, a big giant tower, let's get away from this water. He's gonna look and he's going to ask, are we on the right path of finding what we need to find here?
As you stare longingly into Sir Lancelot's eyes, this little tiny snake looks at you, and you see starlight just kind of in their eyes and in this glance, and their tongue flicks out, and you could swear you hear, yes, this is exactly where you need to go. There's something very important here at the tower that you need to encounter in order to proceed.
Okay. And then he'll look down
big
at...
snakes.
Yes.
And
he'll
it's
look
not
down
the
at
big
Ricari.
snakes.
And it's not the big snakes. And it's not the big snakes. So Chester will look down at Ricaria and go, I think we're on the right path. I have this sinking feeling that there's something at this tower we needed anyway. So I think we're on a good path.
Woof!
Orc.
Bark, bark!
Bork, bork.
Cool.
I can't talk.
All right.
The snake speaks better than her.
Okay. It is now the snake's turn. They both take.
On the bright side, they'll be here next turn.
Yes. So you're basically going to start off like 60 feet. Or wherever you are on the map. Because I'm lazy. Okay. The snakes. This one is still on fire? No, it's no longer on fire. So we'll start with this one here. As it's kind of thrashing around, still on fire, it will try to attack one of you. It's going to attack Kalik here, and I'm going to go ahead and use my nat 20. It's going to constrict you. So 2 damage.
Nat 20. Wait, who is this on?
This is on Kalik. Okay, so you take...
Is that 20 damage?
Yes. You take 20 bludgeoning damage.
I go right down.
Yeah, so this large serpentine body crushes around you, and the two of you see Kalik just disappear in its body mass. There's no negatives in 5e, so you're just at 0.
I know. I just told it to do minus 20, and it did the math, and it's smart enough to know what a negative number is, I guess.
Okay, and this other one is going to slither forward.
And be our best friend.
Yeah, it's going to go for Arifis here. It's going to try to constrict you. Wow, okay.
That's gonna hit.
Yep, it hits with a 25, and you take 17 bludgeoning damage.
I am unconscious.
Okay, so Lavelli, you see your other friend here just disappear. Okay, go ahead and roll me a death save here, Arifis.
I would love to.
No, you wouldn't. Don't be defeated.
Nat 1. Oh.
Okay, 14. That's one success. Lavelli, it's your turn.
All right, Lavelli's gonna start by swinging at the injured snake.
Okay.
With a 20.
With a nat 20? All right, absolutely. Okay, roll me another 1d4. All right, very good. Tell me what this looks like.
So, her friends just fall down around her, and the snake in front of her goes in for like a big just chomp on her, which she ducks under, and as it flies over, she just rakes her claws into the cut that Eriphis has already made.
All right, yes. So as the creature falls away, you see the body of the not body, they're still alive. You see that the brigand kind of flops out of this injury that's been made, and Kalik is more or less thrown to the ground beside them.
And then I'm going to use my last key to activate Patient Defense, which lets me dodge as a bonus action.
Very good. Kalik, roll me a death saving throw, please.
Yeah.
14, you
Going
save.
great.
Okay, Chester and Vicaria, you are...
Mm-hmm.
We'll say that you're about here.
Okay.
You arrive. Let me zoom out.
Oh, definitely.
What would you like
Lavelli is just covered in blood.
Yeah, you don't see Eriphis. You see Kalik is unconscious on the ground. There's a ton of fucking fire. Hold on. This is inaccurate. Ha.
This is inaccurate.
Or
Okay.
nor.
Ha.
Or nor.
Yeah, there needs to be more fire.
There you go. There's
All
a
the fire.
lot of fire right now.
All fire.
I'm glad I could make this interesting for everyone.
You know, there's an alternate world where, as assholes, we fed the brigands to the snakes and just snuck on through while they were tired from their dinner.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
That would have been a good way.
Chester,
to do
it's
it.
your turn.
All right. So, Chester's going to hop off of Ricaria,
Mhm.
and he's gonna like size up. So, if I were to do something to one of the other snakes, was it going to affect Arifis at any point?
You don't have to
Like,
worry
will
about that.
Okay. All right. So he's gonna drag out his big magic staff that he has with big magical D100 with the coal thing that he has that basically holds all of his magical power, and he's like, I think it's finally time to bring some more chaos to this, and he is going to
Orc?
he's going to cast Chaos Bolt on the one living snake.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Very cool.
Just don't roll a natural one and have a wild magic surge.
Wow, magic surge. Oh.
All right, 23 is absolutely going to hit. Roll me some damage here. Do this real quick.
Oh yeah, I should have probably done that. Yeah.
Okay, so you rolled 2 5s. Something happens if you roll the same. If you roll the same number on both die 8s, chaotic energy leaps from the target to another target. Okay, there's only one target. All right.
Oh damn.
13
It would've been
damage
10 out of 10,
of thunder damage. That's very...
You want me to do? Oh, is it thunder? Okay.
Yeah. 5.
Lightning?
Oh, sorry. 5. Lightning. Yeah. So lightning...
Yeah, you would
crackles
choose
out.
one of the D8s, but because they were both 5, it's lightning.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's fair. Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm new to this. So...
Sorry. Yeah, me too. Yeah, so lightning crackles out from your staff and it crashes into the snake. It hisses at you. Karia, it's your turn.
Ooh.
You hurt Snake?
Can Rick see that Eriphis has been grappled by the snake?
Yes, because Eriphis was not consumed. You can see that they are in the coils of this creature, being actively crushed.
I think you hear... Chester would hear this like really sad whimper come from Rick, and her ears like flatten backwards. And do we still have half movement?
No, you are now kind of like on regular ground here.
All right, we are in the high ground.
Mhm.
Okay, so Ricaria is going to speed up towards the creature. And I can get there because 40 movement.
Yep.
And I am going to do a bite attack.
Bork, motherfucker.
But I don't have a pack tactic because no one's close enough. That can assist,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
An 11
Only
is a
11.
miss. Armor class is 12.
So you see like Rick run up and like bite into it, but unfortunately her teeth can't pierce its outer like skin.
Mm-hmm. All right. It is the snake's turn.
I'm guessing it's going for me, considering I did a big hit on it right there.
Yeah, so it's going to try to go for you with a bite. Take a
It has disadvantage
Does it?
because of the dodge.
Okay. So does a 17 still hit you?
My AC is 18.
Okay, so it misses. It just narrowly misses. You see this massive mouth just.
Whew. Glad I dodged.
Yeah, 11 damage. All right, Aerithus, roll me a death saving throw, baby.
I would love to roll you a death saving throw, baby.
You're way too positive about dying.
You know, we all do it someday.
18.
No, I
That's
do
another
appreciate all this
success.
death positivity.
Very good. Another success for you. Lavelli, it's your turn.
All right, I'm just going to take 2 swings at it.
Okay. Okay, 9 is a miss. Armor class is...
Actually, I think I only get to do the second swing if I land the first one, right?
with your
Nat
offhand?
20.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You
so
do have a
then,
nat... You have 2 nat 20s left.
We're fine.
Okay. I have 3 left. 23 is a hit. Right, 7 damage. Very good. Slam! And cut into it. Kalik, you are...
Doing another death save.
Yes. Death save. You have not stabilized yet. Okay, that's another success. 19. Very good. Chester, you can see that Kalik is actively bleeding out on the ground here. You can see Aerithus is slowly dying right there. What would you like to do?
Remember, zombie, you did save your nat 20.
I did save my nat 20. You know what? Can I chaos bolt for a nat 20? With my nat 20?
Yep. Hold on.
It's a
You
ranged
do
attack,
have
so
to
you
make an
can.
attack roll.
Oh, I have to.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, like I'm
No, that
saying
means
you
you
do have
can
to
do
make
a
the
20.
attack roll, so you could use
Oh.
a nat 20 on it.
Yeah. Okay, I would like to use my nat 20 on my next chaos bolt then.
Okay, hold on a second. Target takes 2d8 plus
Wow.
1d6. Did that? Okay, we did do that. Okay.
Yep.
So go ahead
Holding.
and roll me 4d8 plus 2d6.
Yeah, this is it. This is your moment, Chester. Just don't roll a bunch of ones.
All right. Okay. /R. What am I doing?
Here you go. 4d8 plus 2d6.
Okay.
And you'll pick one of the d8s as your damage type.
Okay, 30 damage. Wow. All right. So
4, 5, 6, 7 is your choice.
yeah.
4, 5.
So you can
4,
do force,
5.
lightning, poison, or psychic damage.
I want to do lightning.
Okay, you do crack, another roll of lightning goes spurting out. He takes a grievous blow here. You see it release Aerithus. Aerithus gets thrown onto the ground, precariously close to the fire.
That was a
Oh,
legit,
God.
like a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh yeah. Yeah, you
Lightning shines upon us! And he's just getting all excited because he gets to actually use this magic.
Ricaria.
It's like I finally get to do it.
Hell yeah.
It is your turn, Ricaria.
Ricaria, now up close and seeing that Kalik and Aerithus are down, you see her kind of tuck and roll a little bit, and in that motion, bonus action to revert back to humanoid form. And she extends a hand, and I'm going to cast as a bonus, or can't do a bonus action. Can I convert the bonus action into regular action and cast a healing word?
Yes.
Yeah. So you see. Yeah, I'll do that. So she extends a hand, and that same kind of vine of magic that she has, except this one's kind of glowing blue, extends from her wrist and wraps very gently around Kalik's arm. And you get back a certain amount of hit points that I have to roll. That's 8 points.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Well done.
Max.
Life breathes back into you, Kalik, as your bleeding outness is stemmed by magical means, but you are on the flat of your back. Okay. I think that's everything for you, Ricaria.
That's me.
All right. This guy takes Oh no, he's not on fire. So they will. Ooh, they have a new target.
Yes, they do.
Okay, no, they're gonna still go for Lavelli.
Snake.
I'm gonna use my
Oh,
nat
yeah.
20 here.
Mhm.
I mean, I got him. I gotta use
I
them.
figured.
All right, I'm gonna constrict you.
Okay.
And you take 18 bludgeoning damage here.
We're still standing.
Okay. And you are grappled, so you are more or less curled up in its large serpentine body. On your turn, you can try to escape.
You see Lavelli just holding out at both sides, like trying to strength her way out.
Erebus, I need a death save from you. One more success and you are stable. That is a nat 1. You take 2 failures here. You
We getting spicy.
You have 2 saves and 2 failures. You are literally on.
Precipice.
Break.
The next roll
Wow.
just decides it, no matter what.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm not gonna heal you just for that. No, I'm just kidding.
Lavelli, it is your turn. You're currently
Uh-huh.
being grappled. So you can still attack if you want, but it will be at disadvantage.
What if I use a natural 20?
Yeah.
Okay. So then that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, so go ahead and roll me an attack. And then roll damage. And then roll me an additional d4. All right.
Nice.
Tell me what this looks like.
So Lavelli's arms start to like tire as the thing's like crushing around her. So in one quick moment, she releases, falls down underneath. It closes above her, and then she just slashes as it closes in.
Very good. And as the creature falls, you roll out into safety. All right, so that
Thanks,
was
Jake.
your action. Yeah, Jake saved your ass. Okay.
Mhm.
Hey,
that
to be fair, Jake also almost killed 3 of us.
True.
yeah. You do have a bonus action left. Do you have any healing potions?
I don't have anything.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, you can't do anything else here.
I mean, because I can't like bonus action to a medicine check, can I?
No, it has to be an action. Okay. Kalik, you are alive, conscious, on the flat of your back.
I want to help Erebus. I don't
You
think
know about Erebus?
I don't think I even have anything I could do, even if I did know.
So, just as a default thing, anybody can perform a medicine check.
A bonus of 0. I'm not that dumb.
No, it's fine. So the way that I do the medicine checks, like if you fail, it doesn't count as a failure. Just nothing happens because I think that takes
Okay.
agency away from the players
Okay.
being able to do things.
I think if that's the case, if I can't actually like, if I'm not gonna accidentally deal the killing blow while trying to save Erebus, then yeah,
Before nat
I'll go
1.
ahead and give it a shot
Okay.
and just see.
So you will have to use your bonus action here to dash because it costs half your movement to stand up.
Okay.
All right, and then your action, you do medicine check here.
Medicine.
Okay.
Oh.
You fail. So you're trying to staunch the bleeding here, but nothing happens. Chester, it's your turn.
Oh fuck.
So you do have enough movement to run forward and do a medicine check if you want, or you can do literally anything else you want.
You know what? I think in this particular case, I'm gonna oops, wrong thing. There we go. I think I'm gonna try to do the medicine check because at this point, there's nothing else Chester feels like he can do.
Okay.
So.
Medicine check. Right, 9. That's not enough.
Well, it's been real fun
So
playing with you guys for 2
You
sessions.
try
you know.
to staunch the bleeding. It's not working. Ricaria, it's your turn.
Ricaria,
The
you
expert
see,
is here.
yeah, honestly, you see, kind of sighs and looks down at these poor snakes.
Idiots.
No, not you. The snakes.
The snakes.
The snakes. Very sad. Kind of takes a bit of a sniffle. Looking over and looking at the others and sighing and says, I got this. Don't worry. And let's see. I would like to. We're not going to cast that just yet, but I am going to kind of walk nearby and I will cast Healing Word.
Okay.
Like the idea of we can wait a moment to use the healing spell.
Yeah, maybe we'll wait for a little bit. No.
Oh my god.
She'll walk it
So,
off.
oh wow, 8 hit points. I'm rolling max.
Nice.
Let's go.
Nice.
All right. You have 8 hit points. Life
Thank you.
breathes back into you, Eriphis. You are on the flat of your back. You are uncomfortably close to the fire here. You notice something as you regain consciousness here. You notice that a lot of your possessions are missing. You have drawn the ruin card.
No!
So we
Yes.
have modified the ruin card now. So you lose everything except 2 things. So if you want to count like all your money as one thing, you can do that. So like 2.
So you get 2 coins.
No.
Um,
All right. So you don't have to decide that now. I'll let you think about it. But yeah, that's going to be the end of combat as your friend is restored here.
Lavelli would immediately try to go get the other person out of the snake.
Okay. Yeah.
I would have died.
You would have died. Would you roll a 9? Wow.
What did you put on the death chart? That did you mark that you're fine if your character is just dead?
Oh,
Me?
like character death rules?
Yeah.
No,
the
you
form
don't have to
gave
answer
everyone.
that out loud.
Okay.
Yeah. I would actually recommend not, unless you want to, but
I said if my character gets to 2 death save failures, they're dead forever.
Rip.
You said that if your character gets 2 successes and then specifically rolls a critical 1, they die.
all right. So something that all of you notice here is that you realize that this first snake, as the brigand had rolled out, it had turned to stone. And now that you have torn out the other brigand in this second snake, Lavelli, you manage to save them, and you realize that the snake is deteriorating at an alarming rate. It is already starting to, the meat and the skin is beginning to turn to ash before your eyes, and you can see the bones of this creature are now exposed. But you absolutely do manage to save both of the brigands.
Are they both still alive?
Yes, they're alive, unconscious.
Okay. Extremely wounded and barely holding on, Lavelli suggests they get away from the fire.
Yeah, let's get away from the fire. So,
I agree.
question.
Makaria slowly turns to the others and says,
Did they threaten to beat you up, or did you just decide to attack the snakes?
Someone lit them on fire and then they attacked.
They ate
You felt the need to kill them?
They ate the 2 people.
And you felt the need to kill them. Okay.
I will take responsibility for it, Candy. I was on the ground, couldn't get enough air to give a warning to Scarlet and Brightmite that there was something in the brambles they were digging into. I did not realize that the brambles were going to go up anywhere near that quickly, or that it would injure injure whatever was hiding in there. It was not my intent to harm anyone in this situation. I only meant to give a warning to our teammates. And as he's saying this, also looks to Lavelli and Eriphis, I sincerely apologize, because I was not looking to start a fight. I just didn't have any other way to warn you.
I mean, they ate those people.
Snakes
So-
eat things. It's a natural part of the cycle.
Yes, but I mean, as a farmer, if a wolf or a snake is eating stuff they shouldn't, you got to deal with that. And considering we just had a big argument about not killing these people, and then we bring them here and they get 8. I'm not okay with that.
So,
Candy kind of steps up towards Araphis and says,
I'll let you know right now. We're fine. But I consider creatures and such, probably unlike you, on the same level as us in terms of their worth and their deserving to live. So I would suggest to also keep that in mind, that they are also things.
So if... I'm sorry. If you're ever attacked by a shark or crocodiles or wolves and they're eating you and killing you, we should just leave it be, right?
I won't have that problem.
You say that now.
Oh, trust me, I won't.
If I may interject possibly some relevant information.
Yeah.
Candy, I do know that, as you said, you hold them at the same level of regard as intelligent humanoid creatures, like the rabbit people we encountered earlier. Mm-hmm. And if they are attacking, you do consider defending yourself to be within the natural order. Is that correct?
You're right, Kalik. I'm sorry. I'm a little emotional right
just
now.
Because I know you weren't there when the fight began. I startled them, and they did make the first attack against our teammates. They were technically defending themselves.
Where's the snail?
There are.
Everyone looks over the horizon. You just see the water has risen up to 5 feet now. All you see are 2 little eye stalks and the little mandibles.
No.
Just it's like submarining its way over towards you.
Oh no.
So it's fine.
I'm glad Serpy's okay.
Cool.
But I think
Lavelli collapses.
Oh. I think we should make sure.
Is the DM, is the snail fine?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
I think we should be careful. I didn't hear much of the conversation earlier with Kalik, but it sounded not great. I will say I'm on Kalik's side for a lot of this because of how we were raised and what we know. I think we should agree if something, no matter what it is going to attack us. I want to keep us safe, and I'm sure all of us want to keep each other safe. I think that should be our priority, is keeping each other safe no matter what. But figuring out what creature's life is better than the other, which one deserves to be knocked out and which one deserves to be killed, I think we need to keep that in mind, because I'm comfortable with creatures. That's what I grew up around, and that's what I know. Not so great with people. So if we can keep everything on the same even playing fields, I would be okay with that.
Just as the snail was under distress, and I stepped in to help it, the bandits were then under distress, and I stepped in to help them.
Valid.
Yeah, along the same lines, if Panache or Dimple or Scarlet or you, Candy, were taken in the middle of the night by a group of people eaters or something, then I'm going after them and I am killing them as well, because it's kind of like force meets force, right? But earlier, those people were just looking to rob us and beat us up a little. They weren't looking to kill us.
I will say I'm on Kalik's side. Those were just words. They could have been lying. They could have tried to kill us.
So as the group of you are having this conversation uncomfortably close to the fire, the camera kind of...
No, we are drying off.
Okay, yes. You are all, as a matter of fact, completely dry. And as the camera kind of slowly pans back, we see fire, just a wall of fire behind the party. We see the silhouettes of them.
Never meant for this to happen.
And then as the camera continues to slowly zoom out, all we see is a wooden basket precariously swinging from the top of this tower. And the camera begins to drift up and up. And as it does, it fixates on the ropes. We just see a little bit of the rope fraying. And that is where we're going to end our session for tonight.
Ooh.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Thank you for all of the support, all of the raids. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to go ahead and go around and tell you about who we are and what our favorite part of the episode was. And we're going to start today with Emma.
Hi, it's me, Emma, also known as Emma Panada. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Emma Panada. On my Twitch, I run TTRPG games, and on Twitter, I shitpost. I'm currently writing a TTRPG system called All the Witches. It's going to be about witches in a... I won't get too specific right now. It's going to be about witches versus monsters and cryptids and stuff. And I'm really excited. I've got a good bit of the basics of the system written out, and soonish, within the next few weeks maybe, I'll be posting on Twitter looking to hire people to help me with certain parts of it. So if you work in the TTRPG industry or you want to get some experience under your belt, please keep an eye out there for an announcement. But my favorite part, this was a really great episode. There were a lot of really fun inter-party conflict moments, which are always delicious, but I really enjoyed playing the get to know you game with everybody.
That was fun.
Just to try to cement people's names. I thought that was cute and fun.
That was really adorable.
Thank you, thank you. Next, we have B Street Holmes.
Hey guys, I am Matthew, or B Street Holmes. B Street Holmes is what you'll find me most places in social media. You can also find me on YouTube on Monday nights with Knights of Nerdvana. We do a nerdy news show covering science and tech, comic books, video games, TV and movies. It's super fun. We hope you guys can join us. Jacob is there with me as well. And if you join Stella Luna's Discord, Jacob is always very good about remembering to post a link in there so that you'll know when we go live. So hope you guys can join us for that. As far as my favorite moments, I was really gonna say that it was Ricaria and the snail, because that was adorable and sweet and I loved it. But when Jacob was building his character, and I think this, you correct me if I'm wrong, I think this was your first time doing a spellcaster.
Yes.
So you and I were looking at spells together, and when we found that one for the character concept you had, it was so perfect. So getting to actually see you do the Chaos Bolt, I was so excited for you to actually be casting that. So
Yeah.
that took over from the snail.
Awesome. Thank you.
Aw.
Thank you. Zombie.
Hello, I am Jacob, I am Zombie, I am Z, I'm whatever those three names you like to call me. I am the lore keeper, the clip master. I probably do too many clips, but that's up to your own discretion. You can find me on Twitter at ZombieFighter89, where I do usually the weekly tweet for our two games that we do, because not only am I part of this game, but I'm also part of the Saltmarsh game, where you will also find Emma on that same thing, because me and her are both in the games together, and it's a whole lot of fun. As mentioned by Matthew, I do a nerdy news show with him at 8 p.m. Eastern. I got it right this time for our show. No, what? Oh, 10 p.m.
Definitely
Fuck.
10.
I said that with such confidence.
I was like, the moment he said I definitely got it right, I knew he got it wrong without even knowing the time.
Running joke.
I'm going. I have so
At
much
this
confidence.
point, you're just leaning into the bit.
Yep.
Because you've made the mistake once, so now in your
Yep.
head, you have identified that as the correct time.
Yep. Well, I'm used to these shows starting at 8. I'm confused, okay?
Okay.
But yeah, speaking of this show and others, I'm here. I'm in Stella's Discord. I'm in Robo's Discord. I'm also in their channels. They let me live here, and I very much appreciate them letting me live here. Favorite moment for me, I'm gonna go with two. One's gonna definitely be the snail interaction with Ricaria. I thought that was really, really wholesome and nice, and I loved it. The second one was the big three discussion between Lavari, Kalik, and Arthas, when they were basically all discussing, like, you really shouldn't be killing these people. Why are you killing these people? What's going, having this big moral, like, discussion with each other. And it was just fun to kind of sit back and watch that whole role play go through. For me, that was just so great. And I loved it. And I'm interested to see where we kind of go from here.
Thank you. Thank you. Next we have V.
No thanks.
No, you gotta do it.
I'm Vertigo Cross. I like to play video games whenever I get the chance. I'm a master of chaos, breaking games, and I have the best, worst luck you'll ever see.
Excellent. Thank you.
As for my favorite part, it was getting robbed, and more specifically, your very, very impressive song.
Thank you. I practiced.
I knew you did. I was like,
so
she's
good.
doing really well with this. She had to have practiced.
Well, it also really helps that I run another Witchlight game through Start Playing Games, and they're ahead of you guys. So I had the chance to practice there and see if I liked it there, and then I was like, I can't wait to do this live where it's recorded and it lives on the internet forever. Yeehaw.
You almost flawlessed it.
Thank you. I know. I started getting nervous halfway between because everyone was. I saw how excited everyone was getting. And I was like, "Oh fuck!" I made the problem of looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say too. I want to add that also into mine because, like, now that it's been brought up, I do remember like enjoying the entire singing bit.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, someone give me a night card so I can hear one of these rabbits.
They're really cute. All right. Next we have Matihi.
Hi, I'm Matihi, also known as Maddie Matihi on both Instagram and Twitter, and just Matihi over on Twitch. You can find me over mostly on here every other Wednesday, and also over on Emma Panada's channel. I am running a Curse of Strahd game every Tuesday, where you can come and see hot Dami Mami Strahd, along with lots of cute PCs and NPCs, and Jimothy, of course. And I'm also there playing Kondo, who is an airbender in our Avatar Legends campaign that Emma is currently running. In terms of tonight's favorite, it was a really, really good episode. The song, of course, obviously. And I really enjoyed the arguments, I will say with an S. Because I got to bring in a little bit more of the kind of crazy bits of Ricaria when it comes to animals. The other thing is, I guess, just the concept of we can like kind of do inter-party like fighting and then kind of go back to still working together, but some of that still continues on, and I really, really enjoy that. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. So we have something special to share.
My mic wasn't
Yeah.
on. What?
Hi.
Hi.
So,
You I swear to God.
This trip hasn't really turned out how we expected it to. We didn't get to have our Toronto trip. It's been really hard with me having crazy allergies and the resurgence of asthma and lots of drama this week, but we've gotten to be together, and this entire time we wanted to propose to each other and we wanted to make this like a special week for us, and it's been hard. And so I reached out to Stella and everybody else asking if they'd be comfortable with me doing this, because I really wanted us to have like a special moment. And I invited a lot of our friends in the chat to just kind of be here with us and to share this moment with us. I love you so much.
I love you too.
You've always been an incredibly special person to me. We clicked and have had like the deepest friendship I've ever had with anybody. And that's just blossomed into something incredible where my entire life I've never really understood like relationships or love very well, because being asexual, it's a bit different for me and it's just really hard. But you've made like love and partnership and everything like so incredibly easy, and I love you so much. And I was wondering if you would marry me.
It's a ring pop, y'all. Yes, of course. I love you.
Yay!
I love you.
I was gonna fucking do it tomorrow. I'm so mad. But in the best way.
And here's the real ring. Actually.
Oh,
Oh, baby. Thank you. Have ring. It glows in the dark. Thank you.
I love you.
I love you.
Oh.
And screw you all, but also I love you all so much.
Thank you all so
Yes.
much for being here tonight. You're all amazing.
I couldn't expect
And thank you so much, Stella and Z and V and
Matthew.
Matt. You're all amazing, and you're all incredibly special to both me and Piper. And yeah, you're the best.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Congrats.
Thank you. Congratulations.
I'll go back to my mic really quick.
Go back to your space.
Give it your space.
God damn it. Okay. So I was just gonna do a low-key thing. I ordered fucking strawberries and shit, and I was just gonna have a note, but this is probably better because, God damn it, beat me to the punch. I'm mad, but I'm also very happy. Thank
Haha.
you.
We can still do it tomorrow.
Okay, and I get to make my whole declaration of not codependence.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Thank you so much for letting us share your special moment. That's going to be it for tonight. Have a wonderful rest of your night, everyone. Love you. We'll see you next time. Wait, where's my bye button? Bye. Okay, here it is. Bye.